What is going on, everybody? Guess what? Your boy has got the code. We got the code. We got a code last night, and I have it downloaded. I have it to where as soon as the alpha comes out and I'm able to play it, I am playing. I'm in there like swimwear on a freaking 4th of July. I promise you. Yo, what's up, MK? How you doing, bud? How big is the... So the alpha... Here, hold on. We're going to go... Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so the alpha... So when you download it, you're not downloading the full game because it is still... Hold on. I feel like this is super loud still. We'll put it there. The alpha is only like 6 gigs. It's nothing crazy, not a huge download. As far as giving out a code, I don't know if I'm going to be getting an extra code. I do know, like I have the one they gave me, but I'm gonna try and see if I can find out if I'll be able to give out 2 codes, like 2 friend codes. If I can, I think I already have the 2 guys picked out. So on in what you saw was if you got a code from a creator, from a marathon creator, like a sponsored marathon creator, yeah, I don't know how exactly it's gonna work. I have to find out. If I can give out friend codes, though, I will. I definitely will. But if you signed up for the alpha, keep an eye on your inbox. It can be in any of them. It can be in your regular. It can be in your junk folder. It can be in any of them. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So, but yeah, your boy got it. I'm pumped. I'm pumped, man. I am so so hyped for it because this is something that I really want to get into. I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing anything. This might just be more of like a talking stream, talking, hanging out, having a good time. I might put myself in just chatting, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. So, but and for any of y'all, if y'all are churchgoers out there, happy Easter. I know it's 12:45, but at least my time. But happy Easter. I hope you all have a great one. Be safe out there. Don't do anything crazy or stupid. If you see, listen, just like Halloween, if you see anything or anything weird looking about your candy, someone stuffed it full of knives or razor blades or something, make sure you don't eat it. Have your parents check your candy if you need to. If you can't do it for yourself. So, all right, real quick, I'm gonna jump back over into the Discord because I know there's a couple people that went over there. Oh, damn! Damn, you jumped in here and then they jumped out.
Yeah, we were just saying.
Yeah.
We were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They both have Easter tomorrow though, so they're like.
Yeah.
Gotta be racist.
Well, no. Necro, he's probably going to be going to church just like I am. And then my brother, Bloody, he I don't know if he might have work tomorrow or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, the one guy, he turned around and he's like, what time is it? Why are my kids still awake? It was really funny.
Yeah,
then he was talking to the kids and he goes, Mommy's still awake? Oh my god. Like, oh no.
MK, I found a marathon alpha code in my candy. What has gotten into people these days? Hey man, make sure you use that alpha code, bud. Don't give that to anybody else. But yeah, no, we're excited over here. I'm excited. Not only do we got Easter, we get a bunch of candy, but also we got church in the morning, and then I don't know what our plans are after church, dude. I'll be honest with you. I would not be upset if we said, you know what, we're just gonna go home and chill for the day.
Yeah.
That sounds, yeah.
Well, because with my wife working there, she's got to be there early in the morning, and she's not gonna be leaving church until like, I think she said it's probably the end of the last service is like 2:00.
Okay.
Hey, listen, the church pays for not just her insurance, but all of our insurance, and doesn't take it out of her paycheck. So, listen, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's can't argue.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
Like,
yeah, like she and they actually, like, people don't realize it, but the church actually pays pretty well. So, no pocket. I'll be right back, going for my run, but I'll have stream open. This is gonna be the one where I break my PR. I feel it. Hey man, good luck.
I was
Six
looking at my chest and I just saw a fucking tree.
six
fall behind
point
my
three
wall.
uphill mile. Yo, if you get a 6.3 uphill mile, dude, fuck yeah, dude.
Roadkill.
Hey, get it, bud. Get it. As David Goggins would say, who's gonna carry the boats? Yeah, I got the marathon or soundtrack playing in the back. I'll be honest with you, the marathon music is so fucking good. I love the music that they picked for this game. I would say the music that they're using for marathon is like, I would say it's at least for me is right behind some of the music from Destiny. As far as like the way that it makes the game, it gives that the ambiance to the game a lot more. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how to. You can't hear it. I do have it turned pretty low, but can you hear it now?
At least they actually fucking made it so. They got
Yeah.
fucking NDAs.
What, dude? The fact that they got rid of the NDAs is awesome.
Yeah.
Timber.
Why can't you hear it?
God damn it! Now I have that fucking song stuck in my head.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. No. You can't make me.
I think another song stuck in your head.
And what
Something
my
more irritating.
Brand new pair of roller skates.
dude, nothing can annoy me more than the fact that there's one song that is like the pinnacle song to use for CPR.
Is it half as perfect? Fuck, dude, that makes it.
Do you know what song that is?
What?
Baby Shark.
Dude,
Ew.
listen. We're not starting with the Baby Shark shit.
That
I'm
is
so lucky my kid doesn't know that song.
yet.
Yet.
Ever.
I'll playing it over with Mike.
We have been adamant. We've taught him some like really funny TikTok songs.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit.
No Baby Shark.
No, like my kids, they know the Baby Shark. They know they know all those songs. So,
They're our children.
yeah.
Yeah, we're about to
Let's
have
see.
so much water in a minute.
Eight times.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna mute real quick. So, chat. This is what I'm about to play. Is it's the alpha intro cinematic or cinematic. Okay. Yeah, if you're born in 2025, like, damn, you missed everything. You're not wrong. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and watch this real quick. This is the intro cinematic to for the alpha, which I think is actually pretty cool. The fact that they're actually uploading and they're putting out content pretty regularly, as far as cinematics and music and stuff like that, I think is really cool. And they're by what I'm seeing, from my point of view, they're staying pretty transparent with the gaming community. Okay, which is really good. I mean, that's really good though, because you want a company that's going to be transparent, but also not going to tell you every little secret that comes with the game. Like they're playing it right down the middle, and I can really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick.
Initiating runner defragmentation protocol. Evaluating shell integrity.
Oh, that is so cool.
Evaluating vital signs. Evaluating recognition response. Executing neurological subroutine. Loading memory packages.
Oh, that's cool.
26%. Assert. Subject is a runner. A disconnected consciousness inhabiting a bio-cybernetic.
Let's see, what was that? MK, thank you for the 100 bits, man. I'm at work stealing company time watching, so here's some of their bread. Hey, man, I appreciate the bits, bud.
Shell. Assert. Subject psyche was ejected from
Just don't get in trouble.
the moment of their death. Assert.
Hold up. Did y'all see that?
A disconnected consciousness inhabiting a bio-cybernetic shell. Assert. Subject psyche was ejected from their body at the moment of their death.
Ejected from their body at moment of death. That's a powerful statement right there. Ejected from their body at moment of death. Their conscious, like their psyche. Let's play that back one more time. Hold on. I want you to see the the gravity of that statement.
A bio-cybernetic shell. Assert. Subject psyche was ejected from their body at the moment of their death.
Wow.
Assert. Subject's consciousness is preserved while a new shell is printed. Please stand by. Assert. Run.
Sorry, I know I'm like putting it back multiple times, but like that really just that is powerful, because so the way what marathon is you are what you are playing is it's a a bio-cybernetic being that has given or that has sold your consciousness to a company, and your consciousness can be uploaded in anything. Okay, so if you really think about it, they can use the same consciousness that in one body multiple times, an infinite amount of times, to be honest. But like that is interesting, man. That's so interesting.
Cybernetic shell. Assert. Subject psyche was ejected from their body at the moment of their death. Assert. Subject's consciousness is preserved while a new shell is printed. Please stand by. Assert. Runners arrived in the Tau Ceti system after the investigation of a distress signal from the lost colony ship, the UESC Marathon. Assert. Runners are mercenaries, hired to salvage from the ruins of the human colony on Tau Ceti 4. Assert. Runners are hunted by the Unified Earth Space Council. Subject must deal with these threats at their own discretion. Warning. Cognition
Wow.
runtime error. Proceeding with suboptimal durability settings. Liminal buffer status 100%. Runner defragmentation complete. Welcome back, Runner. This is only your mandatory support AI. Your new shell will be ready momentarily, and you will return to Tau Ceti 4 for your next assignment. Please prepare for consciousness transfer in 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Good luck.
Yo, that is crazy.
Warning. Cognition.
Hold on. Where was it?
Runners optional. From the lost colony ship, the unit's next consciousness is preserved while a new shell is
I'm in
created. Please
danger.
stand by. Assert. Runners arrived in the Tau Ceti system after the investigation of a distress signal from the lost colony ship, the UESC Marathon.
This right here, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the Marathon ship. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the image here. Right there. So this whole thing right here, this is the Marathon ship. Okay? And so supposedly, yeah, the pipes really came through louder. Oh, I didn't even hear the pipes. Is my blurbs not on? Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can fix that real quick. Give me 1 sec. I don't want y'all to spend channel points if it's not gonna work. Hold on. No, that's not what I was looking for. So this right here, that's the actual Marathon ship, which I think that's really cool. The fact that base game, when we first get the game, we're gonna get 3 maps. Okay. No, it actually didn't even show up. It didn't show up. I didn't hear it at all. So that tells me that it's not working properly. But so the Marathon ship is supposedly going to be another whatchamacallit? Supposedly going to be another map that we're going to get after launch. Okay, hold on. I think it's in here. There it is. This. That. Yeah, but I don't want y'all to be using your channel points if you can't even hear it. Hold on. All right, so there's that. Okay, real quick, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go here. We're gonna come into this.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, why is that audio not coming through? Okay. Interesting. We're going to do that, and then we're going to try this again. Sid, what's going on, man? Yes, we do need to do that soon. I truly agree. Let's try this again.
I'm in danger.
Can y'all hear the blurb? If y'all can hear it, that's one thing. You guys hear it. Okay. At least you hear it. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but at least y'all fucking hear it. You're about to have a lot more free time in the next couple weeks. So is everything okay? What happened? What happened? Like, is it? No Pocket. Wait, you're using your No Pocket account back. Nice. Yeah. Sid, why? I finished college and he's off for the summer. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. That's freaking awesome. Did you guys sign up for the alpha for marathon by any chance? Hold on. We're gonna do something real quick. Actually, I'm gonna leave the blurbs the way they are for right now. If I don't hear them or I don't react to them, don't worry. It's not your fault. I'm gonna have to fix it on my end. Just so you know. But yeah, so this is the marathon ship. We're supposed to get to we're supposed to get this as a map after we actually get the full game, which is, again, so you know, that is in September. Okay, straight up. Which that's fine. It is what it is. Oh man. But yeah, so this right here is the marathon ship, and that's where, if I'm not mistaken, that's where all of the reprint of bodies actually happen. So, not too busy, full-time student, plus my current job is about 60 hours a week. Sid, are you the one that is the chef? Is that right? Is that right? Am I right about that? Next question, are you going to play marathon when it comes out? That's the true question right there. All right, we're gonna keep watching this real quick.
Runners are mercenaries, hired to salvage.
You're a restaurant GM? Okay, where? DM me where you live, because I might try and stop by and get some food, bud. You know what I'm saying? I hope GTA 6 doesn't blow this game out off the map. Apparently, Borderlands has the same release as Marathon. So, Borderlands is releasing the same exact day that Marathon releases. And everybody I talk to kind of says that they're not super worried about it. The problem that I run into is a lot of Destiny players, a lot of the Bungie fan base is, they are Borderland fans. Now, the problem that I run into is Borderlands was one of the first true looter shooters in the looter shooter genre. Why risk releasing the same day? Me personally, if it was my choice, I would have released that following week. But you also run into the problem of GTA 6 doesn't have a standing release date currently. The release date for GTA 6 has not been released, or has not been told. So the only thing that we know is it's supposed to release in fall of this year. Who knows when? But any game that's within a month of release of the GTA 6 release is going to be screwed. Like, seriously. It's one of those where it's going to be such a meteoric release. It's going to cause waves through every genre on planet Earth. In the entire solar system. Like, it's going to be massive. I mean, dude, people have been waiting 10 years for GTA 6 to release. It's going to be huge. Last Borderlands game was kind of mid, if I remember right. So, Borderlands 3, for a lot of people in the community, and me especially, it was very much mid. I was not huge on it. So yeah, that my opinion. I know I'm not always the best judgment of opinion, but it is what it is. The release date will be after 9/23 because Borderlands and GTA have the same publisher. No, they don't. Borderlands isn't put out by Rockstar. If I can spell properly, that'd be great. Gearbox and 2K. Yeah. No, they're not the same. I don't want to watch the trailer. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, fucking Take-Two's not the one that's actually that's releasing GTA. GTA's published and made and published by Rockstar. I mean, I could be wrong, I guess. Oh, it's a publishing label. I did not know that. Interesting. I didn't know that. All right, so we might be able to get a couple months before GTA comes out. But I'm telling you now, when GTA does finally come out, it's gonna be something that's gonna shake. It's gonna make people quick in their boots. Like, not even joking. So I got some ads running real quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. But you know what I need to do, and I watched somebody. His name's Pirate Software. He's been in the gaming community for a long time, and something he does is anytime ads roll, he pauses what he's doing. He waits till the ads finish, and then he comes back and he gets back to it. But when the ads start, he actually puts on screen ads in progress, and I really like that, the concept of that, and I like that. So I might actually start doing that. I might make something to do that. Yeah, hey Sid. By the way, I know you said, or it's been a minute since you said this, but I would definitely say try it out, see what you think. But as far as the as far as salvations, I'm down, dude. I'm so down. All right, ads are done. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and finish off the cinematic once again.
From the ruins of the human colony on Tau Ceti 4. Assert, runners are hunted by the Unified Earth Space Council. Subject must deal with these threats at their own discretion. Warning, cognition runtime error. Proceeding with suboptimal durability settings. Liminal buffer status 100%. Runner defragmentation complete.
Did you realize this, by the way, chat? This right here. Hold on, we're gonna go back to here. So up right in this next collection of scenes, within the next like 10 seconds, it literally looks like a barcode that turns into an eye. Like, watch it and really think about it.
Liminal buffer status 100%. Runner defragmentation complete. Welcome back, runner. This is only your mandatory
Like, isn't that freaking? That's kind of dope.
Force AI. Your new shell will be ready momentarily, and you will return to Tau Ceti 4 for your next assignment. Please prepare for consciousness transfer in 3, 2, 1. Initiate. Good luck.
That's so freaking cool. And so something that, hold on. I'm gonna put this. Raucous, what you doing, man? What's going on? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I am gonna have a little bit of this the OST playing in the background. One thing that I noticed. Jesus, dude, I can't fucking type tonight. Real quick. So something that I was actually I was thinking about. So far, what they've announced is Blackbird, which is this one. They're the ones that have the pulse where you can actually it reveals enemies, which I think that's a dope freaking concept. I like that. Then you have the Locust. This is the one with the shield, with the rally barricade, basically. But look at this prime ability. All right, so the prime ability for it is Search and Destroy. Uses shoulder-mounted missiles to deal damage to targets. Continued damage launches homing missiles, which immobilizes targets. That's freaking awesome. Then you got Void, which we know who he is. He's the sneaky boy. With the active camo, and then you got Glitch. Glitch is the one where you're able to overcharge your abilities and move faster, which is awesome. That's really cool. But there is one. Hold on. More. Give me images. Where is it? There's a picture of one that we haven't seen yet. We've seen, but we haven't gotten an actual class for. We don't know what they're called. Where is it? You know what I can do? Hold on. Where is... Okay, real quick. We're going to go here. I love this whole cinematic. I love it. I am Osmantius.
Boundless, alone and level sands stretch far away.
It's right here. Okay, hold on. This one. Who is this? Which class is this? Because this one we don't have. We don't have a name or an ability list for this one. What are they? You know what I'm saying? What? I want to know who this is. Hold on. Like, let me see if maybe it's not that one. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find like a more definitive picture of her. And then on top of that, who's this one? Now that I'm thinking about it, who's this one right here? Damn, no pocket, you're back already? Good run. It's not what I wanted. It's not what... Google? That's not what I wanted. Here we go. Right here. Who is this? Because I don't know who this is. I wonder how many people are going to Google this game and end up signing up for the actual marathon. Dude, that'd be hilarious. I shit you. That would be seriously hilarious. Not walk the rest. I did it though. Good job, brother. Good job. I'm proud of you, bud. I'm proud of you. But yeah, who is this? Who is this character right here? What is her abilities? Like I'm truly interested. You threw up. Oh, dude. You know what though? Here's what I'm gonna tell you, No Pocket. When you throw up during a workout, that means you pushed yourself. You truly pushed yourself. So good on you. Unless you're sick, then that's a different story. But yeah, who is this? And it almost makes me question if hold on. What was that picture again? View image. Okay, no, that's a different character. That's a different character. Okay. Yeah, those are two different characters. Huh. Dude, like it really makes me wonder who the heck it is. Because like honestly though, makes me wonder like what their subclasses are. Or not subclass, but like what are they, what kind of Therese. Oh wait, no, that's not. Hold on. I don't know why it took me all the way back there, but okay. But yeah, like Bungie. Can we get some more insight here? Because I'm really wanting to know. Real quick, factions and marathon. Let's see. So let's see. Well, let me find where the factions are. That's okay. So we have Cyber Acme, Arachne, Sakaguchi, Mida, Traxxas, Nucleoric. Yeah, there you go. So you got go away. I don't need your help. So, what's your guys' thoughts on dealing with cheaters in the new game? Think it's going to be bad or what? So that's actually a really good conversation starter, No Pocket, because I personally think with the way that they're going about it, I know BattleEye doesn't really have the best of a track record when it comes to when it comes to cheaters, because BattleEye has been used in Destiny, it's been used in Call of Duty, like it's been used a lot. But I do feel that I know it's for everybody in chat, but I'm gonna give you my take on it as well. But I think the biggest thing that Marathon is doing to battle it, which this is why, and I agree with it, and I agree with it because of the fact that it does make it a little bit different or a little bit more difficult for cheaters, unless they have just endless amounts of money. When you make a game a paid game, okay, you are now turning it from, because so with free to play, the biggest problem that you run into with cheaters is 10 o'clock, and say 10 o'clock at night, person gets in, They find out they've been banned for cheating. It's a free-to-play game. All they got to do is say, "Oh, okay, let me make another account." Make a new email, make a new account. There you go. They fucking within 10 minutes they're back up and running, and they can cheat again. If you make it a paid-for game, now they got to listen. There's some stake in the game. Now they got to sit there and put some money out. And the more expensive the game, the harder it is for them to do it. But with with Marathon, because they've already expressly stated that they are not charging full price, but it's going to be a premium price. So it's going to be between $25 and $45. I'm going to say they're probably going to stick within 35 to $40, give or take. But that is and of course it's not going to deter all the cheaters, but it is going to at least deter a little bit. What about AI anti-cheat? So, real quick, let's get rid of this. I don't need this. There we go. I've never really dealt with a ton of AI anti-cheat. So this right here is anybrain.gg. Cheating, fraud, age control, seamless identification, fatigue analysis. Interesting. Okay. Hold on, let me... See, I think what the problem that people have with the AI anti-cheat is because it is a kernel based, so it's basically put into it's a download into your. If I'm not mistaken, am I wrong about that? Hold on. All right. I mean, listen, I would have no problem with it, me personally. But it's I don't know. I've never really dealt with AI anti-cheat all that much, so I truly can't. I don't have enough information. But we'll just see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Is Marathon free to play? At present, Bungie has not detailed the monetization model for Marathon. It remains unconfirmed whether the game will be free to play or require an upfront purchase. Given Bungie's previous approach with Destiny 2 free to play with optional expansions and season passes, there is speculation that Marathon might follow a similar model, although nothing has been officially announced yet. They have announced it. They are not making it free to play. Like, do people do research anymore? Seriously, have they never heard of Google and watching a film or watching something? Like, what the fuck? Bah! But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, so Glitch, I think, is Sakaguchi. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on. Yeah, Glitch is Sakaguchi. Void is, I think, I think Locust. No, I think Void is Mida. Blackbird, I think, is Nucleoric, and Locust is Traxxas. Oh no, definitely MK. The free to play option, I can understand free to play with if it's got a good monetization model as far as in-game purchases. I'm still not a fan of a lot of free to play though, because free to play you will always find more cheaters in, which sucks. I hate that. I think it is very much garbage when that happens. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of dipped on them guys. I feel bad about it. I feel bad about it, but I'm kind of in my stuff right now. Yeah, you can kind of see the stuff that I'm looking through. Wait, what is this? Hold on. What is this? Oh, is this the actual music? Yeah, okay, it is. I was like, what is this? Alpha menu? What? Let's see. Oh, all right. So, chat, I don't know how much of fans you are of like heavy metal, deathcore, that kind of thing. Real quick, dude, listen to this. Dude, Will Ramos has some of the craziest vocals. And it's hard. It doesn't do it much justice on video. It's so much better in person. I'd have to play it for you guys one day, like the actual song. The cinematic and vocals for it is insane. Ooh, here we go. What is this?
What is the UESC? The UESC, or
Also, real quick, just so I don't get screwed. Hey, Jake the All Right, thank you for making this. I appreciate it. It's good content. You make really good marathon content.
Is the spacefaring governing body of Earth, which also exerts control over Mars. They are the body which coordinated the construction of the marathon and oversaw the development of the colony at Tau Ceti, albeit from quite a distance. The UESC stand in direct opposition to MITA and appear to utilize Sekaguchi and Traxxas technology on their mission to re-establish communication with the colony on Tau Ceti.
Hold on.
Sekaguchi and Traxxas technology on the
Spectre. Okay. Interesting.
Appear to utilize Sekaguchi and Traxxas technology on their mission to re-establish communication with the colony on.
Yeah, like that. Oh, that's Mida. She's Mida. Or no, that's Traxxas. Sorry, that's Traxxas. Okay, interesting. Play that back again, though.
ESC, or Unified Earth Space Council, is the spacefaring governing body.
Yeah, it wasn't UASC, it was UNSC. It was the United Naval Space Command. Yo, I'm cooked. You're right. You're cooked, bud.
Of Earth, which also exerts control over Mars. They are the body which coordinated the construction of the marathon and oversaw the development of the colony at Tau Ceti, albeit from quite a distance. The UESC stand in direct opposition to MITA and appear to utilize Sekaguchi and Traxxas technology on their mission to re-establish communication with the colony on Tau Ceti.
Huh. That's interesting. That's an dude. I love lore bits. Oh, here you go.
Ketchup is a sports drink.
I'm gonna replay that real quick. Hold on.
Ketchup is liquid made from a fruit and is 20% sugar, making it a sports drink.
Ketchup is a sports drink. Ketchup is Gatorade.
Ketchup is liquid made from a fruit and is 20%
Ketchup is
sugar, making it a
Gatorade.
sports drink.
If you've never watched Pirate Software, I really suggest going over there and watching him. He is awesome. Okay, let me before I get down the rabbit hole at all, let me back off. Okay, real quick. Let me see. Ooh, okay. It's been more than a decade since the last good Halo game. You are correct. Dude, I was not a fan at all of the last one they did. I was not. It was not good in my opinion. Now, again, I know I'm not necessarily the most adept when it comes to Halo. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. Ooh, what is... Oh, okay, hold on.
This fledgling community is already in uproar about the upcoming PvP VE extraction looter shooter by Bungie. Gameplay of Marathon
By Bungie?
has only just been revealed, and there is fresh information dropping about it all the time from both devs and creators who have had hands-on experience. A lot was left to be desired from the reveal in terms of what it actually revealed, but one of the main aspects of contention was the runners and the apparent limited customization for abilities. However, from looking through hours of footage now online, there's a ton of build crafting going under the radar. This was nicely summed up by Kevin Yanes, who is the fabled Bungie dev, now the runner team lead over on Twitter. He stated that build crafting in Marathon comes from cores with lootable passives that can augment your abilities, implants which offer stat upgrades with powerful unique behaviours at the highest tiers, and weapon attachments that will upgrade your arsenal to fit your playstyle with expressive traits at higher tiers. This probably barely scratches the surface from what build crafting is going to be able to create in Marathon, but this fledgling community is already...
I think the hate that's coming out behind or for Marathon is honestly a little much. I am 100% of the thought process that if you have not played a game, the game's not even out, and you want to hate on it, I think that shows more about who you are versus your opinion in a sense. Because, like, dude, yes, I understand opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. I understand that. But the fact that people think that their opinion on... I wish I could have the same brain chemistry and dopamine hits from 2010 to 2015. Yes, dude. Yo. No, not even 2010, 2015. And I know I'm aging myself here, but I still remember playing the first time playing like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 or Pro Skater 3. Or Underground. Those were the days. Playing Kingdom Hearts for the first time. That was a ride, I'll tell you. But like, yeah, no, I know what you're saying though. I was so young when I played a good Halo. Halo 4 is the one I truly remember. So the one that I truly remember, the first time that I really played. Hold on. Hold on. No Pocket. You don't know about Kingdom Hearts, bud? You... Okay. 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 I have failed as your friend. I failed. I failed. I have failed. Hold on. No, I don't want dim. Fucker, you got me. Hold on. Let's show off okay, we're just not gonna touch that. Now, mind you, this was like 2005. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. This is gonna have copyright in it. I'm look up. Hey, no pocket. Look up Kingdom Hearts. Just look up Kingdom Hearts. Trust me, you can't. You'll understand. And also, no pocket. Don't you play on Xbox? If I'm not mistaken, Xbox has. Game Pass. It was. When was this written? This was 2020. Fuck out of here. Okay, well, what I can tell you is No Pocket, it is on Xbox, so you can play all of them on Xbox right now. I highly suggest it. Just saying. You missed out if you ever get the time. Yo, that might be another series that I do, is a Kingdom Hearts playthrough. Yes, it is. Think of Kingdom Hearts as the Disney version of what's something that's comparable to Kingdom Hearts? God, we're getting way off topic here, but you know it's okay. What is a game that's comparable to Kingdom Hearts? I'm trying to think. My earliest game I honestly remember was like Wii Sports and Minecraft. Huh. Yes. No. Trust me. You cannot go wrong. And if you don't play the first one, I would almost say it's okay. At least play the second one. Don't let Kingdom Hearts 3 be the first one you play. It'll fuck up the whole series for you. Play at least Kingdom Hearts 2 and do a full playthrough of it. If you can do Kingdom Hearts 1, even better, because then you get the true original story. Yes, I understand the graphics are not going to be as good as what we have in other games nowadays, but overall, it is superior in every way. Pokemon Black, they have a black and white? Whatever happened to red and blue? Or what? No, red and green. Red and green. Sorry, red and green. Yeah, because there was red, green, yellow. gold, silver, pearl, diamond, and then ruby and emerald. And that's all the ones I know. I don't know any others. Okay. What else do they have in here? Let's see. That's talking about all the. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else we can find on Marathon. Whether it be. The fuck. Boom, do 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 do. Oh, actually, we'll do this. We're gonna have this one just up in the background. Just playing a little bit of the music. How many people did you piss off? Who knows? Who knows, Ultra? Yeah, you're pretty. I will say, dude, I those were the days too. Listen, Game Boy Color playing Pokemon. Which one did I have? I had red. Yes, I had red, and then I had yellow. Because yellow I traded for something. I can't remember what I traded it for, but I traded it, and that's how I got it. And I literally played them so much. So if you didn't know, Game Boy cartridges actually, like the big cartridges, had a battery in them. I had one of the little watch batteries in them, and it takes a long time for them to go out. But if you play it enough, it'll go out, and you got to switch that battery around and get a new one. Dude, I played it so much I had to change the battery on the fucking cartridge. Damn. Let's grab this here, and we're gonna go ahead and look this sucker up, right? Okay. Let's see here. So something that I wanted to talk about, actually, hold on. Where is... Huh, interesting. My cartridges of the Cars movie game got ran over in the street and still worked. Yo, Game Boy listen, Game Boy is one of the few systems that are out there that have ever been out there that did fantastically well. I think that they were truly built to last. So all right, real quick, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch Marathon Intel. We're gonna watch his gameplay, or his match gameplay, real quick. It's about 14 minutes long. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna, kind of critique it a little bit so that we can, it's got no commentary, no talking that you're gonna hear, and we're just gonna watch it. Okay, so.
Hello everyone, Marathon Intel here, And in today's
Well,
video,
I was wrong. There is some talking into it.
we have 50 minutes worth of pure content and gameplay of alpha footage of Marathon. This was also posted by Game Radar, so I have no idea how they managed to get the footage, but because I'm an Intel channel, here you go, guys.
And relatively high mortality rate.
So first off, what I'm going to talk about is, so he's playing Glitch.
Marathon. This was also posted by Game Radar, so I have no idea how they managed to get the footage, but because I'm an Intel channel, here you go, guys.
And relatively high mortality rate.
Okay, so this is the map for Dire Marsh. This is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, during the alpha, this is actually what we're going to be playing. So Anomaly, I don't know if that's an actual, hold on. So they're here. Intercept is that. UESC Incursion, I don't see. High value target, I don't see. I'm guessing that these are objectives. The question marks is what I'm guessing. Yeah, here too. This here too. You got Eastgate, Westgate, AI uplink, field maintenance, quarantine, algae ponds, greenhouse, bio, CompX, I think is what that's called. It honestly does not look like a super large map, which it looks like a smaller map, so you're gonna have more intimate gunfights, intimate, battles, I guess you can say, at least on here. And by what they said is that it's gonna be between around 18 players, 6 teams of 3 on this map. Glitch, what is this content? No. So Glitch is actually the name of that. Supposedly you do actually run faster with a knife. So, but yeah. So we're gonna check this out though. I'm really interested to see like an uninterrupted gameplay. I actually have not seen this video, so this is my first reaction to it. So I think this will be pretty cool. All right, real quick. Also, so right here, this is it's called your heat bar. Think of the heat bar as your stamina. Okay, and because I mean you're basically a cybernetic being, you're a robot, you're putting out heat when you create energy. Well, that's what this is. When this fills up, it'll turn red. That means you're not going to be able to access the speed boosters or anything until it drains back down to 0. Plain and simple. Okay. Let's see. So he's probably playing on mouse and keyboard, but dude, solid shots. That looks very reminiscent of Bungie gunplay. But also, so you get he got 5 experience, plus he got 1 experience going towards his faction that he's running with. So that's cool. And then his crew also gets XP and a faction rep as well. Okay. That's a purple bar. So okay, so that's a purple bar enemy. we have seen a little bit of this gameplay. Not much, but a little bit. My thing is, why would you move away when someone's trying to res you? Pie off your corner. There you go. Oh, he's almost dead there. Okay, so that was a shield. So with that, you get one shield charge out of each one. What about health? Health, you get about a quarter of it.
Follow the echo. Seeker deployed.
Okay, so that was an actual runner elimination. You get, oh wow, you get definite better experience off of that when you kill runners. So that's good.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
All right, so you saw that. Hold on. Let's go back real quick. So his teammate is killing this one, and he got experience from that kill. So the looks like experience is shared. It's heavily shared by the looks of it. He's rebooting, so he's actually rezzing his other teammate that was completely downed. Oh, let's just hold on. Just take a look at this site. If this does not give you Halo vibe, I don't know what does. That is Halo as Halo can be.
A unit is signaling for reinforcements.
Okay, that's like a single shot. Not bad. I wonder if you can change the fire rate on that. Hold on. Go back. Wait, hold on. Go back real quick. I want to see what that actually says as far as description. Synchronizer, eccentric material, superior. Okay, that's what they're using for the code name for this. Acts as a control unit for UESC ground troops. A faint rhythmic pulse can be felt when held. Usage, Cyber Acme upgrade. Nuclear vendor unlocks, Traxxas vendor unlocks, Mida vendor unlocks. So you're gonna be able to pick up things in the game or in the matches that actually can be used for upgrades and unlocks. And as far as the cost of the materials, you're gonna have different things that are gonna by what you can see are gonna cost differences. Now, what I will tell you, what I have learned. So you see how he has this long shot right here, the sniper. So it's a gray sniper right now. But if he was to put on, it has 4 slots for attachments. If he was to put on like 3 blue attachments and a green attachment, that gun will then turn into a blue gun. You know what I'm saying? So like this one right here. This was probably It might have been a green gun originally, but because it was probably worth maybe like 400, and then he put on more or a couple of attachments, and it actually raised the price on it. So if when he gets out of game, as long as he extracts with this, if he wanted to and wanted to sell it, he could. You know what I'm saying? Then you got implants, you got cores, equipment, shield, backpack. Looks to be a different backpack right there, maybe. You got some consumables. You got some ammo here. That's probably health regen, maybe by the looks of it, or that might have been too. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It gives you like, and it's not even by the looks of it. That's just a stand-in for the picture or the picture for it. So that's probably not what it's actually going to look like in the end game or when the game does come out. Now, real quick, I want to see what those other ones are. Hold on. He hovers over them very briefly. Okay, hold on. We're gonna drop it down here. Mechanics kit removes hazardous mechanical MCH status effects, immobilize, overheat, and toxin. Maximizes hardware stat for short duration. Okay. Does he hover over the other one? No, he doesn't. Okay. That's not what I want. I don't want a sleep timer. Fuck out of here. What do I look like? A child? Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Oh. OS reboot. That's probably shield. Expired rations. So that's a meal. So health. Green shield looks like he's not super chunky, which that's not bad. Okay. Doesn't look like aim assist is super crazy, which I'm okay with that. All right. So with this, they're gonna shoot down this box. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna have loot inside. And that is something that you're gonna have to do. Yeah, tick nest destroyed. That's something different. That's for nucleoric. Okay. Search payload. Okay. Whoa. UESC crisis supplies. High value UESC. I have to go back through this. High value UESC supplies meant to bolster response to hostile runner activity. Okay, so his backpack is full. Okay.
Follow the echoes.
Ooh, good movement. Good movement. Good use of the environment there. That's a runner. He's not doing too bad as far as environmental pushes. He's making sure he has his cover and concealment, so that's good. Good kill. Oh. Nice. Whoa. What is going on there? Hold on. Is that because he put up his tracker so he's able to see feet or footprints? That's pretty cool. Or is that a mod? That could be a mod. Patch kit, so that's a health. That's health.
Caution. UESC reinforcements now active.
That's a single shot. Oh, is that a shotgun? Dude, don't tell me the shotgun has range like that. Oh wow. The shots. So kind of like how Warzone and Apex, like a lot of BRs or even extraction shooters, where you can when you go into buildings you can close doors. You're gonna be able to do the same in this. So so then you can try and hide your where you're at. People aren't gonna be as keen to knowing exactly where you are. Oh, that's cheeky. That's cheeky. Here's your grenade. Have fun.
Engage.
Wonder what that drone does. I didn't read it. Read the ability list on this one. Interesting. Okay. Solid kill. Solid kill. Now, real quick, for this up here, this is an HD, right? Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that's as high as it goes. So up here, for your kill feed, supposedly the kill feed is only for your team. It's not for not everybody is gonna see everybody's kill feed. So it is more individually based, but I mean, it is what it is. I think that is a pretty cool little tidbit there. We're gonna, trust me, we're gonna explore the hell out of all of this when the alpha drops. I will say, if there's anything that y'all want me to specifically test or to check, let me know. I will I'm gonna be making a list of things that I'm gonna be going over and checking, seeing how it plays, what different weapons, all that kind of stuff. So sidearm, that looks like more of a scout rifle. It looks like a double shot.
Who's out there? Engage.
Oh, it's like an explodey bot. Nice, that's cool. I don't see as much looting as I thought I would. But that could just be because they're trying. Oh wait, hold on. What's this? Oh. Hit your shots, dude. There are some bots, some AI, but they have been killing runners as well. Like this is an actual player. Yeah, that was an actual player. Yeah, so that's like a double shot. Okay. Oh, and he's dead. Interesting. Okay. Credits. Huh. Interesting. Very cool, very cool. That was a Ghost Commander?
Engage.
Camo filter engaged.
It kind of looks like an AR. Of course, it's a sniper. I will say the ADS on the sniper does not look that quick. But then again, it could be... Oh, those bots. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, thank you about that, No Pocket. I appreciate that. But I will say the ADS on that sniper does not feel good. It feels very chunky.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
Looks like... Oh, this is the AI uplink. Okay.
Warning, reinforcements detected.
Who's out there?
Why would you jump down in the middle of that? Oh, you know what? That's an exfil. Okay, that's why. Okay, okay. So that was like a guarded exfil. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. Dude, the more I watch, because like, listen, over the past week, I have been watching stuff nonstop on Marathon. Just straight up, not even tell you. And see, like this right here, this kind of bugs the heck out of me. Now I'm gonna show you something because you can actually see it personally. And I'm gonna show you this because I think this is a big something big that needs to be said. So all right. So normally you would what a lot of people would think is that this is being published by Sony. But if you can see it right here, okay? This says Bungie as the publisher and Bungie as the developer. They are taking control for both of those. All right? Now, I think the biggest thing is the fact that they are taking both of those. They are taking those, and I think the reason why is because they want to make sure that they are being known as both the publisher and the developer for this game. They don't want Sony is giving them full control of this game. Okay, so I think that says a lot. But yeah, actually, there's a really good picture. Hold on, that's a good picture of her right there, dude. I want to know who this character is. So, but yeah, just a little tidbit. I know, like I said, it's not necessarily the what you need to hear kind of thing, but I think it's kind of cool, that little snippet. So, let's see what else is there. You know what we can do? So I'm also gonna do this because I think the let's see, hold on. Okay, so he did it during a live stream. I am gonna go ahead and I want to play it because I think when he the questions that he asked during this live stream were not only phenomenal, coming from, hold on, somebody pinned it. Okay, so this is Pirate Software. Okay, he has worked for Blizzard, working on World of Warcraft. If you've ever seen the South Park episode with the Warcraft, or the World of Warcraft episode, the guy that is the griefer, the big dude that's like this in his chair, that's playing, that was actually modeled after his father, after Pirate Software's, which, mind you, this guy, his name is actually Thor, just so you know. Great dude. I love what he stands for. I love that, how, his takes on games. He has very, very, very high expectations for games. And he just overall, I think, is a very good pillar in the community of communities when it comes to gaming. But because he is actually a Marathon sponsored streamer and content creator, he was able to have an interview with Bungie Dev after the Marathon reveal. So I'm going to show, it's about 20-ish minutes long. I'm going to show the interview that he had. It's not a face cam or anything. It's just audio, but or audio on his end. But I'm going to play it. I want y'all to listen to it. Listen to some of the questions and the answers that the devs gave. And just listen to what questions and answers that were said, because I think honestly they were some of the best questions and answers that I've heard. So really, really good stuff. I'm gonna turn it up too. So
there we go. Now it works. All right. Let's see.
How's it going?
It's going really good.
I'm gonna get rid of these. I don't need these open anymore. Huh, that was weird.
You do. Tell them everything that you know about the game.
Sure thing, yeah.
Answers, you know.
My name is Kevin Yanis. I am a senior design lead here at Bungie. I am the lead of the runner team, so the team that builds like core player stuff, the runners that you saw, the core 4, the backpacks, implants, cores, and then some cool upgrade stuff you'll see footage of probably over the course of the week. And I've been here for almost 12 years.
12 years. That's a hell of a long time.
Now think about it. If you really want to put that into perspective, 12 years. He's been there since before Destiny came around. Well, since before Destiny actually released. So he worked on Core D1. Okay, so keep that in mind. He's been around for a hot minute, and there are. Before I say anything else, or before I continue, there are going to be things that he is asked, as far as what the dev is asked, that he cannot answer. Okay, because it is something that is either under an NDA or it is something that is not currently being discussed openly. So keep that in mind. That is something that you will hear.
Oh man! So you guys work on all of the characters? Like you guys have split up your development team and do different sections like that? Can you explain more about that kind of like structure? Because that's really interesting to me.
Yeah, sure. We're split into different areas that have different focuses, from teams that focus on progression to teams that focus on combat, to teams that focus on like the run or the maps. So for my group, we are the combat area, and that's subdivided into 3 core areas. There's weapons and equipment, combatants, which handle all the UESC, and then runner, which is like core player, core movement, and then player systems.
That's okay. That's actually really cool. I think it's cool that you guys have kind of like the control mastery area of that, and then you kind of work out from there. It's interesting to see a development team built that way because it's really focused. At least it seems that way from the outside. Would you say that feels that way, where you like really have control over that area and you can kind of own it?
Totally, yeah. I mean, we learned this through a lot of iteration with our team model on Destiny. Yeah. And so as we got used to the cadence of delivering things, and
so real quick, you can hear with Thor. Well, I'm gonna use his actual. I'm gonna use his screen name because I feel like it's more fitting. But you can hear how Pirate Software is asking these questions, and you're gonna hear it more throughout the interview. Because the fact that he's worked as a dev before, he knows questions to ask. He knows how to ask certain questions. And I think overall, he has a very, very keen thought process on what information should be discussed. So keep that in mind. Yeah.
Working with a team that is expanding in size, we came up with this model, and it's been really, honestly successful for us.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's really cool. So speaking of like items inside of your sort of area with that, chat was wondering, do we get they said that we get to keep items between runs. What does that really mean? Like, do I use it in the next run? Do I deconstruct it? Can I build things? How does this work?
Kind of all of those. So yeah, anything you find on the run, when you exfil, you'll keep a portion of it. Generally, you keep everything unless it's like a sellable or a valuable. So if you pick up like tick milk, that'll automatically sell when you exfil. Oh, it's delightful. It's delicious.
Dude,
you should try it.
I hope it automatically sells. That's grim, dude.
They stack. If you want to amass a bunch of them to sell, you can do that too. And then we have like the more durable stuff. We have equipment, we have implants, which are like stat upgrades. We have grenades, backpacks, cores, weapons, the attachments that go on those weapons. materials. So there's an assortment of materials, including digestive organs. Those won't sell. Those will come with you, and you use those either in the black market or through an upgrade structure with the factions, where you can unlock more permanent upgrades throughout the course of the season. These are things that are like stat boosts or unique perks. Like, do you want smoke to appear when you exfil to cover yourself? Well, that requires X materials, and that will like give you kind of short-term goals to go on your runs and like scavenge things. Maybe you learn where certain items spawn. I guarantee you, in the first couple hours of the alpha, everyone will be fiending over microprocessors
Okay. What? Why though? Why would they be doing that?
because that is the first vault upgrade.
Oh, okay. So you can get like larger vaults by playing the game and then building that stuff out.
Correct.
That's sick. Okay.
So I actually didn't. I kind of forgot about this. So I know if I'm not mistaken, in Tarkov, you have to you have a vault space, kind of like in Destiny, where you have a vault space where you can put all your loot, all the things that you've gotten over X amount of time. And so the fact that you can actually, instead of you have, like in Destiny, you have X amount of space. Like right now we have 700 slots in our vault that we can put anything in. Well, not anything, but we can put weapons and armor and some consumables into. But we can't expand it. We can't make that more. All right? That's like 700 is what we got. That's it. So the fact that in Marathon you can actually have a vault space that is expandable. You can actually you can upgrade your vault to hold more and more and more. I think that's really cool. I think that's awesome. So yeah.
Okay, so in terms of like building out that sort of progression for itemization there, you said you can craft things and build all that kind of stuff out. But how does that tie in with these factions? How do those factions function? Because like I'm wondering, can I like donate things to the faction to level it up? Is it like a story-based thing? Is it objective-based? How does this work?
It's kind of all of those. So some sellables, especially the more valuable ones, will be attached to a faction, and you'll be able to see that in run. And when those auto sell in your exfil, you actually get faction reputation. And factions act kind of as the binder between the awesome world and lore and narrative of Marathon and the cool gameplay.
Real quick, before we push on with this, I want to make sure that I put this. Hold on. We're going to do this. I'm gonna do something real quick because I want to make sure that this is not we're going to do that. All right. I want to make sure that it is known that this is not mine. Okay. All right. Just so y'all can see that. Y'all can know that's what this is. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and continue this. I love the fact that with what he gets into, I think it's, like I said, really, really well done.
That we're crafting and the extraction loop. So factions will give you some grounding for why you're doing, maybe the state of the world, things that they want to investigate, and they'll send you on objectives via contracts. So sometimes, like New Caloric is really interested on what happened to the colony. Maybe you need to go scan some biological containers or get biologic reports from specific POIs, and that gives you context and grounding for your runs. But then New Caloric also has this like awesome upgrade tree that might require you to get themed things for that faction. So like maybe more organic stuff, maybe spark leaves, things like that.
Yeah, I saw that there was quite a lot of sort of like control over the way that your character looks, at least from the cinematic, where they were showing that one character. I think it's Glitch, where she just changes a whole bunch throughout the entire thing. Is that all stuff that you would unlock through the factions, like visual styles like that, or is that stuff that I can unlock outside of the factions? Is that like how does that function? Because I love the idea of just making my character look really weird. I'm super into that. Transmog is like a king for me.
So for us, a lot of the visual distinction is going to come from skins, attachments, things of those sorts. How you acquire those, we're not quite talking about today.
Totally fair.
Most of the from the faction centric black market and the run, the customization you're going to have is primarily gameplay focused.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so something that I want to hit on, because I know I've seen a couple different interviews that people had with that people had with different devs, and what that is the transmog system. So I will tell you, be mindful that yes, you are going to be able to earn skins, or you should be able to earn skins as of what we know now, through just playing the game. Okay, keep that in mind. But what's up, Mose? How you doing, bud? But also keep in mind that there will be, and I can almost guarantee you, there will be a Eververse style microtransaction system that you can buy skins. Okay, keep that in mind, because that I can almost guarantee you that's what's going to happen. But we should be able to earn skins just like in Destiny, just like in a bunch of other stuff. We should be able to earn skins through just playing the game. Okay, so don't get discouraged by that.
Good, I like that. We did see in a run that you gained experience killing monsters, or killing the AI in that. Is that experience on only that run? Is that like an in-run progression? Does that carry over between runs, and what does that do?
That is account wide, so that is between in between runs. It's persistent, and it depends. Certain factions ask you to do different things. New Caloric likes when you loot a bunch of containers. Maybe Cyber Acme likes when you fight the monsters. Traxxas might ask you to do something different, like PvP. And each of those will give you experience. And if you noticed, that feed is also crew wide. So when your crewmate does a thing that works for one of those factions, you'll get that benefit too. Right? We're trying to make it much more like inclusive and approachable, right? Where your team is helping you achieve your objectives.
I like that, because like a lot of the times they'd be like, no, you got to let me get the thing because I need to get the reputation. But if it's team wide, everybody's just like, hey, go get.
Sorry, I'm doing great, Mose. As you see by the title, I got an alpha code, which I'm excited about. Right now, we're just kind of going through an interview that's one of the content creators. If you don't know who he is, his name is Pirate Software. He is a marathon creator, so he actually got to interview one of the devs. We're kind of just going through his interview, seeing what answers he got. I have seen it before, or I've listened to it, because there's not any gameplay or anything like that, but I did listen to it prior, so I know some of the answers. But yeah, the fact that the experiences for factions is account wide is really cool, and it's shared, which is even better. So there is that is a plus. And so yeah.
Get that thing. I'm gonna get this one so we can get both of them at the same time. That's really
and as far as this goes with like the, what he's talking about is like where you say, hey, let me pick up XYZ because I need it for this quest line, or I need this loot to be able to get X, Y, and Z. There are games that do that, like Destiny. There's been times where it's like, hey, I need to kill X boss. Oh, I need to get this and that, and you'll literally be like, okay, well, go ahead and make sure you land shots on this boss so that you can go ahead and get the XP for it as well. stuff like that. In this game, it's going to be a little bit different.
Really cool. And you get the option to like split up or not split up at that point based on those types of meta objectives. With that being a thing with the factions, is that like an endless supply of like randomized missions? Are these time gated in some way? Can I just no life the game if I want to just like push those?
You can no life the game if you want to. There's a different series of or types of contracts in the video game. Some of them are more story focused, some of them are more general objectives. And a really neat thing we've been doing is you'll actually find lost contracts on your run that'll add to your like potential deck of contracts. So if you play the game, you'll find more stuff to do.
That's awesome. And you said some of those are kind of like more story focused. How is the story told in Marathon? Is this going to be something between rounds? Is it during the rounds themselves? Is it like I've seen it before in other games where it's like implied between different characters as call-outs between them, kind of hinting at their relationships?
All of those.
Oh.
So there'll be stuff you find in runs, there'll be stuff that you do out of runs via the faction agents, and there's definitely going to be character interactions.
Well, that's kind of sick. I like.
See, okay, so something that was put out there, and I know I keep pausing, and I do this. I'm doing this because I want to make sure I hit on everything that's coming out. Did you actually get a marathon code? If so, can I ask about the process once getting the email? So when you get the email from Marathon, what it'll actually I can go ahead and just grab my phone and I can pull it up real quick. Hold on, because it was right. Where is it? So make sure, Pepsi, when you're checking for the email, make sure you check in all your folders, whether that's junk, important folder, all of it. Check all your folders, because if you don't get it, then you need to make sure, or if you don't see it in one, it could be in another. Let's see, where was it? Oh, I know where it was. Right here. All right, so it lays it out pretty easy. So it's gonna have a button on that email that says log into Bungie.net. What you're gonna do is you're gonna log into Bungie, or you're gonna go to or hit that button on the email. You're gonna pick what platform you are gonna be signing, or you're gonna select the platform that you're gonna use when signing in for the alpha. Okay. Once you go there, or once you do that, while you're in Bungie.net, after you sign in on the selected platform, you will go, there'll be a drop-down box. It'll show game codes. Okay? Once you do that, it'll show a game code. Take that game code, and you will take it to whatever platform you are using. So for me, I'm going to be playing on Xbox for the alpha. Go to the Xbox store. At the bottom, it will say redeem code. You will take that code you got from the Bungie.net, and you're going to put it into your Xbox redeem code page. Once you do that, it should have a pop-up that says you redeemed code for, well, it was like Marathon Alpha Test or something like that. And then you can download. Once it's downloaded, you're set. You're ready for when the alpha starts on Wednesday. When did I get the code? I got the code yesterday morning. So what's today? Today's Sunday. I got it Saturday morning, Friday night. Actually, I can tell you exactly when I got it. I got it Friday at 9:06 Eastern time for me. So, but yeah, definitely check that. Now, if you're outside of the US, and you get a code, be mindful that you're not going to be not able to play, but you are going to experience longer load times. So keep that in mind. When did I sign up for the alpha? I signed up for the alpha literally the day that we got the reveal. So now I'm going to tell you, all right, and I want to make sure this is known. If you do not get an alpha code right now, that does not mean you will not get an alpha code. Okay? Now, mind you, yes, you have to sign up for the alpha code to be selected for it, but they are giving alpha codes from yesterday or from Friday all the way to the end, or to like probably the week of the end of the alpha. Okay, so just because you didn't get one now doesn't mean you won't get one. Okay, thanks a lot. Also, do you know if it'll let me bring a buddy just in case I get in or my friend dies? So as of right now, I don't know. I am going to try and find out because I do have a couple guys that I want to bring in with me. I have heard that if you get an alpha code, you will be able to run with somebody else, or you will be able to get a friend code. But I've also heard that if you did not get, or if you were not given a code by a marathon creator, then you will only get a code for yourself. So I've heard both, so I'm not truly sure. You guys have been way more than helpful. Thanks. Hey man, you're more than welcome. Here, give me 1 sec, guys. I actually have to take my dog outside real quick. So give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. tell your dog I said hi. Well, thank you. I told the dog you said hi. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, please, by all means, you are more than welcome. I should be able to look it up for the Discord. Are you trying to look up the... Oh, hold on. Yeah, Doggo definitely got the code. You are not wrong. So, what No Pockets just went ahead and actually I'm gonna go ahead and do this too. Oh, he already pinned it. Nice. He pinned my Discord, so by all means, please go ahead and go in there if you want to hang out anytime. If you play Destiny or anything that I'm playing, if I have room on the fire team and you want to join in, please by all means, I have no problem with that. If you haven't gone to the Marathon Discord, please do. There is plenty of information up there. So definitely check it out. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and keep going with this interview so that we can see some more information that maybe some of y'all haven't heard yet.
That's good. Chat, want to know, is there going to be seasons of any kind? Like, is this going to be an evolving content over time where you guys add new things, new environments, or new storyline?
Exactly that, yeah. So we're going to do all of those things that you just mentioned on a seasonal cadence. And, that your progression over the course of the season will matter. And then we do a cyclical wipe each season so that it's not just an ascending power bar forever.
So you get to keep your cosmetics and stuff and go on and do
Correct,
power
yes.
progression again. Okay, that makes sense. What about social features? I'm a big fan of guilds. We have a very large community. Guilds and progression and stuff is a big deal. Are there any social features like that outside of a friends list?
That's not really my domain, so I can't really comment
okay.
accurately on it.
Totally fair.
So I'm gonna expand on that real quick because what he's asking is there gonna be so if you play Destiny, okay, we have the tower, let's just say we got a tower, or if you play World of Warcraft, you have a guild, or stuff like that, or a social space of some sort. Okay, so what he's asking is there going to be a social feature of this game? And as of right now, what I've been told is there is going to be, or they're in the talks of doing something, but there is nothing definitive yet. Now, does that mean that there won't be anything? No. But it doesn't mean it also means that there's not anything as of current. So that is definitely going to be something that we have to wait and see how it turns out. So keep that in mind.
I want to ask as many of these as possible because if you do,
totally.
Let's see. So this is kind of one just for you personally. Mm-hmm. How do you feel Marathon is different and special in a market that is already filled with hero shooters? Because there's a lot of them out there. What makes it different for you?
Yeah, I mean, unlike the traditional hero shooter format, my runner defines kind of the base platform in which I will then decide to specialize based on my playstyle. So in some of these other games, it largely defines my vitality, my movement speed, and the weapons I use. That's not true in an extraction format, and it can't be true in an extraction format because we want you to find different weapons. We want you to flex based on circumstance. We want you to make decisions about how you want to play. Maybe you like being an intel character and you want to play Blackbird, but you're aggressive. We want you to be able to spec into those things and try to flex off roll to do those things. I think what's unique about Marathon to me is that, and I think this is just Bungie's pedigree, right? We'll take a genre that might not have, that has a lot of juice and delight in it that we find that's super special, and then we'll put our spin on it. We'll maybe bring it to a larger audience, and we'll bring our patented and our core touch and feel to it. to bring people these excellent moments. I wasn't necessarily a huge extraction shooter player when I first heard of this game, but through playing other games, I got the delight. Like the first time I looted an enemy player's bag, I'm like, I fucking get it. I know what this is. I love this. This is delightful. And I want to show people what's cool about this. And I think we've done a lot of work to streamline that experience so that other people can get that like moment where they're like, oh, I get it. I know why this is fun and why it's super exciting. And I want to go again and again and again.
I think I got my first experience with that actually in Division 1 way back in the day. Is like it's like doing the extractions of that is like, oh man, because there's a lot of tension in that moment. It's kind of interesting. And that's the probably the most kind of close type of a thing that I could feel is like a Division style thing where you get to go in and do PvE and PvP at the same time. And I'm really that's what makes this gameplay loop really compelling to me, is being able to see that there are two sides to this. There are PvE objectives. There are PvE.
I don't even know how I'm going to say your name, but I'm just going to call you Log. But need to be truly honest, the day I get a code, I'll be playing Marathon. Definitely, dude. I'm excited. I'm excited because it is on top of the fact that it's an extraction shooter that's actually going to be on all platforms. It's also going to be how long have I been streaming today? I've only been streaming for about 2 hours, but no, I have not watched the whole 12 hours. No, so here's what I'm gonna say with Pirate Software. If you have never watched him before, he usually does about between 11 to 12 hours. He starts like super early in the morning, and then he'll go however long he decides to go. But he does a lot of work with the community. He does a lot of work as far as working with game devs and stuff like that. And he overall, great guy. Great guy. No. I just, so somebody in his community actually pinned up a comment that, or on his YouTube channel that showed where the different times for different portions of the marathon reveal, and this was just one of them. Afflictum, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. He's an awesome dude. Awesome guy. Highly suggest go over there, check out his channel. And if you are interested, whether because he was also an ethical hacker at one point. So if you're interested in game dev work, voice acting, hacking, I mean, dude, go check his Discord out. I'm talking, this guy's got like 100 different freaking channels in his Discord. It is insane how much there is. No, buddy, the marathon chat badge was actually only for the reveal. So literally the only time that you were able to get that was between what was it? I think it was the Friday of the 11th through through Saturday the 12th. There is no more of the chat badge. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I have not been watching them that long. So as far as I know, the alpha codes, they're going to be they're being sent out. They started sending them out actually on Friday because that's when I got mine. But they're going to be sending them out from Friday all the way through to I think the week of the end of the alpha. So just, I'm telling you, keep checking your email. Check it. If you check it once a day normally, check it 10-15 times a day for this now. I'm not even joking, because I didn't even realize that I got mine until I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday, because somebody came into my chat yesterday morning saying, hey, I got my code, did you get yours? And I was like, no. He's like, go check it, go check your email. So okay, I'm gonna tell you, Log, be careful with that, because if you have 3 accounts, they could say that that you're botting, because the fact that it's, even though it's 3 separate accounts that are registered, just be mindful of that, okay? But yes, what Dogwater, also known as No Pocket, what he said, definitely check your junk mail as well, because even if you have it whitelisted, mine went to junk mail, so keep that in mind. I see what you're saying. But yeah, if your friends truly don't care about marathon, listen, I get it. I got plenty of guys that I usually would run with, that really don't have a care in the world about marathon. They hope it does well, because if it doesn't, like, this could be really bad for Bungie if it doesn't do well. But on the same token, they're not hurt if they don't play the alpha. So, and quite a few of them have even said that they don't even plan on playing when the game comes out, like when the full game comes out. So it is what it is. But yeah, again, Afflicted, I'm sorry that you didn't get the sub or the badge, man. I know it sucks. I wish that they did run it a little bit longer, but I will say we still have 5 months till the full game comes out. I can almost guarantee at some point they're gonna drop some more stuff for people to get. So make sure you stay tuned, because dude, I plan on covering Marathon from now till God knows when. Just saying. So keep that in mind. We're gonna go ahead and finish out this interview. I know there's about 11 minutes, give or take, left. Yeah, I truly hope they start a pre-beta or something. So I will say they did mention during the reveal that there are going to be multiple opportunities to play before launch. So what I think they're going to do is they got the closed alpha right now, or that's going to be happening this week. That's going to go for 2 weeks. They're probably going to do a closed beta. They're either going to do both a closed beta or in an open beta, or they're going to do an open beta. Okay. And when they do that, I would say they're probably going to do that like July. I would think July timeframe. That's probably when pre-orders are going to start happening. And then after that, that's when they're going to ramp up and get ready for release. So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, as of right now, everything is up in the air. Nobody really knows how, what's going to happen coming up as far as release and betas and stuff like that. Who knows? For all we know, they could change they could push forward the release date. I don't think they're going to push back the release date. I think the release date that they have is pretty set. But they could bring it forward. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Hey, Log, I just saw that you came into the Discord, man. I appreciate it, bud. Hey, Log. Yo, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. The Raging Banshee, how do you snag a priority code for the closed alpha? So, to be able to get into the closed alpha, you have to go to the Marathon Discord, which, real quick, I will go ahead and, let's see. If you have not done it already, you know what, we're going to do this. If you have not done it already, this is the Discord for the Marathon, okay? If you go to that Discord, there is going to be under the suggested tab, it's going to be, I already joined. Oh, okay. So you already joined and filled out the survey. I just want to grab a priority code for a higher chance. So the priority codes, those were only given by Marathon content creators, like approved, like as you see up here where it says Marathon creator. Those are by sponsored Marathon creators. Okay. Now, those are the priority codes, but that did not mean that you got the code or that you got an alpha code. Okay. The only way now, once you've filled out the survey, is you got to wait for Bungie to send you or to pick you for a code. Okay? All I can tell you is just keep an eye on your email. Whether that's looking at it 15,000 times a day, who knows? Make sure you check your junk box, your important box, your trash box. Like, literally check every single box you have in your email to look for it. Because I'm telling you, I would have missed it if I didn't look at my junk box. And I whitelisted their email, and I still found it in the junk box. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'll be honest with you, Log. I'm still kind of shocked that they are having the release on the same day as Borderlands. I think that is still kind of bonkers in my opinion, especially going up against it wasn't based on if you saw the reveal or not. It was based on the content creators that were giving them out. Because basically almost all of the content creators, they follow TOS, which means that that it was not just given to specific people. A few content creators did give like codes to people that they plan on running with, but for the most part, all of them were done by giveaway. So you had to win a giveaway to be able to get a priority code. Where you go? Sorry, cat's messing with stuff. But yeah. So now the only way to be able to get a code is to sign up for it through the Marathon Discord, and then going from there. Borderlands will be shit on. I'll be honest with you. With Borderlands 3 not doing as hot as everybody thought it would, it makes me question on how well Borderlands 4 will do. But at the same time, Borderlands is still a very good contender for a looter shooter. So, but I do feel that Marathon is gonna do pretty well. Borderlands has more support in the market, and Marathon is still a question mark. True, I give you that. Yes, that is very true. Nobody, you never played. Dude, you are like shocking me. Like, how did you become my mod? Like, the fuck? You haven't played Kingdom Hearts. You didn't even know what Kingdom Hearts was. And you haven't played Borderlands? Dude. I'm just messing with you, brother. No, BL2 was fantastic. Borderlands 2, great games. Both very great. They also had very good endgame content. The grind for really good weapon rolls are awesome. I love the grind on those. Borderlands 3, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even play it. I watched somebody play it for a couple hours, and I just it did not look like I wanted to play it, so I just didn't play it. So, yeah, and I feel bad for anybody that played Borderlands 3 for the first, or as their first like introductory game into the Borderlands gaming world. Like, I feel bad for them. Things I would easily put in my mouth. Nice. Hey, listen, I might agree with you. Let's go ahead and push forward with this interview that we're watching.
VP objectives, and you can kind of choose.
Real quick though, I'm gonna tell you, Kingdom Hearts. Listen, if I had to rate the most nostalgic most nostalgic music in any video game, Kingdom Hearts intro screen or intro menu screen. The name of the song is called "Dearly Beloved." Go look it up. Put that as on loop while you're going to sleep. I'm telling you, you will sleep like a freaking baby. That thing is so peaceful and calming, and you're just like, oh, I just wish I could just pull it out and hug it. It's amazing. Great freaking song. Easily top. Oh, Destiny and Halo ODST, top tier, brother. Top tier. Amazing songs. Amazing music that they put out. Love it. I can't say anything more. Some of the best music that's ever been put out there as far as video games.
between those based on your current power or the power of your team.
Let me tell you, you haven't really lived until you're 1v3, backs against the wall, no heals, barely any ammo, but you turn the fight because you baited a team into a squad of UESC, and the UESC third-partied them for you.
Dude, I was watching the video earlier. People were getting ripped up by the AI. Like, that was like, I feel like a lot of the times when we think of AI in shooter games, we're like, oh, I'm just going to cheese that thing. And then I watched it snipe a guy. Like, you just.
Oh, I do that all the time. I do that all the time. I'll be at work and I'll just pop in. Like, I'll have a headphone in and I'll just mindless music that I'm putting in the background, and it'll be, Michael Salvatore playing, all the D1 stuff, because dude, D1, in my opinion, D1 had some of the most superior music as far as Destiny music ever. There's so many games coming with music packs just being, true.
Just blasted him. It was over. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So how is that actually tuned, man? Like, how have you guys tuned that out?
Very carefully, and we go back and forth a lot. It's a tightrope to walk. We have this pillar of a world that pushes back, where you don't come in with the expectation you're going to get out, and that has to be it has to put enough friction to make the tension come together and feel great. But we also know that, like, getting stomped, not making progress, feeling like you wasted your night, that's not it either. And so we've been carefully tuning these, both just like the units themselves and then the composition of these units, the encounters and the different POIs, so that you can get kind of a feel of how to play against them. They're very learnable. They have a lot of tells. A lot of the teams, like, super big fans of Souls-like games, and so there's a lot of that texture and flavor in there where you can learn, and you can start to build that determinism of how to, like, succeed. And also, we've built POIs around different intensities. So maybe if you want a more lax experience, to avoid bio research, for instance, or complex, and you want maybe something a little more relaxed, so you hit up algae ponds. Those are totally ways that we've attacked this problem. And again, it's an alpha. We're still iterating. As you saw, we're very involved with the community. So, we're really excited for alpha because it's going to be one of the first times that we're going to get feedback at such a wide scale.
That's just the best time for it, is to get that kind of feedback. I'm really excited to hear that the monsters are learnable, like the enemies are learnable like that, because having little animation tells or things like that makes you feel progress outside of statistics, which is a difficult thing to do in games. It's very hard to have a player feel like they are progressing if they're not getting a +1 on something. And if you have a learnable monster, they get the opportunity to do that.
Okay, real quick before we progress with that, let's see. UESC will be a good pain in the ass because it's literally made to actually secure an area without any limits. They'll stomp people, and that is really good. I hope they develop the 4 marathon ship map. And Durandal being a silly god, just watching and giving us missions. So the one thing I'm really looking forward to, this is something that, like, held me into Destiny for the longest time, is the lore. I want, something that I truly want with this game is the lore to really shine through, the narrative to shine through, even though it is primarily a PvPvE. I want the lore to be there. So that is going to be a massive selling point to me. It may not be a massive selling point to everybody out there, but it is to me. Okay. So I am very hopeful for that. I know there were quite a few people that found out that the narrative for the game it has not been fully fleshed out just yet. But again, we still have 5 months. We still have 5 months, as long as they don't screw around and do dumb stuff, and they just jump on it and really drive that home. I think that is going to be something that really puts massive dents into the armor of Marathon if they don't hit the narrative and the storytelling and the lore aspect for this game. I have zero knowledge of Marathon's lore, but Destiny's lore and Grimoire had me hooked for years. Dude, yeah, shout out to Bife. Dude, Bife makes some of the best lore videos. The other person that I love watching lore videos from, who doesn't make lore videos anymore, he has quit Destiny, is Myling Games. Both of them are fantastic. Let me put it this way. I love the Destiny lore so much. I literally have the lore book. Well, one of them. This is volume 2. I plan to get all of them at some point. But I literally like the lore is real with me. Okay. I cannot wait. I think Bungie as a developer and a publisher and as a whole, they know how to do lore, which is I hope and I pray, and I am very much on the side of copium at some points. I hope that they really push that narrative. Dang. What do you mean ads? Hold on. Hold on. Add in progress to 1, and we're done. Okay. Sorry about that. I know ads. I do have ads on. The game feels good in combat. Now, I will say, besides the Bungie lore that they are able to drive into a game, the other thing that really sells Bungie games, I'll be honest with you, is the gunplay. Gunplay in the Bungie gunplay is, in my opinion, very much superior to a lot of games that are out there. A lot of first-person shooters. So that is definitely going to be something that I'm looking for as well. So we'll have to really play around with weapons, play around with consumables, with the menu, with everything, to really kind of drive home, see how well it plays. So, but let's go ahead and keep going.
So let's see. So you work a lot with the environments. Are maps in any way destructible? Can I blow up environment areas? Can I bust through walls in any way? How does this work?
Yeah, so there are segments of maps that are destroyable. There's glass, there's vents. There are other parts that we're not talking about today. So there are parts where you'll see destruction as you move through the world. You'll see these broken glasses or vents or dead bodies, and you'll be able to understand that people were here. And depending on the world state, you might even be able to intuit where they're going or how long ago they've been here. And that adds a lot to the tension, because when you're just like, yeah, I'm going to go farm microprocessors, and you realize not only is the place looted, but everything is dead, it adds a little bit more of a spike and a scare.
What?
Can I be honest? Everything we saw, considering the PvP, is great. They plan to not leave a super low time to kill. They balance the skills to really milk out the max of what a character could do without being OP. The only thing I'm concerned with is aim assist on mouse and keyboard. So I'm gonna tell you, aim assist on mouse and keyboard, I'm not necessarily worried about, because if you're decent at the game, the aim assist isn't necessarily going to be too worrisome. What I am worried about now, mind you, yes, I understand that I am going to be playing on console, but the fact of what is it going to feel like with console, with playing controller versus playing against people that are on mouse and key. The POI loop being selective is great for actual mission completion. I love that they cater to casuals. I love something that I saw. I think it was Shroud. Shroud actually did a video on his reaction to the reveal, and something he said was the fact that you have all of the items have prices on them. You see or how much those items are worth in the black market or whatever, wherever you're going to sell them. Unlike how Tarkov is, where everything that you get, all the loot that you get, is not like, you don't know the price. You don't know what it is. You don't know like what's going to happen. Well, I'm not as casual as a usual casual. I'm retired from being a tryhard basically, but what I really love gunplay is how you are limited to move and think with your skills. So what I like is the fact that not only does the gunplay feel fluent, but it also seems that the abilities are not gonna be the forefront of, or by the looks of it, abilities and gunplay are gonna be equal. Okay, you're not gonna have one thing that is more OP than the other. Okay, they look like they work synchronistically together very well, and I'm excited for that, because I know in Destiny, in certain aspects, there are times where gunplay is, outperforming abilities tenfold, but then there's other times where abilities are doing the same, doing tenfold better than the actual gunplay. So I'm glad to see that that the abilities to gunplay ratio is pretty even in this game so far, by what we've seen.
What was that world state? What do you mean?
Like doors being open. There's like, you can actually close shutters on certain rooms to prevent yourself from getting sniped.
I'm wondering how dynamic the map is. Like, is there like a bunch of dynamic, like when you drop into the map, is it the same every time, or is it like slightly different? Because when you said world state, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, there's a couple of differences each run. So your objectives will switch up. There's this thing called the profit opportunity, which is effectively a heist. You're able to call in different like USEC supplies, and then route them to a position of your favor. You can steal it. It comes with a lot of really great loot, and then the actual crisis supply kit, which if you exfil, gives you a ton of faction rep for SIAC. It gives you progression, XP. But then there's also other things to do on the map. There's random events that'll spawn that don't spawn every map. There's different positions for these things that randomly roll. Your exfil positions are different, and then of course time of day and rain are different things. So maybe you get nice sunny maps. Sometimes you get fog and heavy rain, and that changes the way you play, because maybe you kit it out with the sniper kit, and that fog is going to hamper your ability to see clearly. Whereas like clear as day, you're eating, right?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited about that, actually. Like, one of the things I really like is environmental effects and environmental hazards in some way. The idea of fog blocking a certain kit and having to adapt my playstyle and not really knowing
Hold on
until
one
I
second.
get into the map is really cool. Are there other types?
Okay, real quick before you rolls out this other question. You can see in many gameplays where buildings can be completely shut off and only accessible by vents and keycards. High loot, but microbosses. It's crazy how even the map will roll out challenges. I'm excited for that, because the fact that if, like, say you roll up onto a building and there's multiple ways in and out, and you see an enemy team in there, if you have the possibility to completely shut that building down, I think that's fantastic. That is a play style, like that is an entrapment style of gameplay that you can take to your advantage. But on the same token, it could be a disadvantage, because if it's the way that we saw in the trailer, where they go into that room and it's like they trip, or the power trips, or somebody like shuts down the power to that building and it shuts down shutters, like storm shutters, and the doors shut off, kind of thing. They can't open the doors from the inside. Only from the outside can they be opened, kind of thing, or vice versa. You can have a disadvantage because you push in, you don't know what you're getting into. So I think that's really cool. A streamer talked about the environmental hazards and how it affected on gameplay, and he suggested to at least move the crate of your friend out of a dot zone. Out of a dot zone? What was a dot zone? So something that I did hear about, and I think Pirate actually says something about it. Oh, damage over time. Gotcha. Something that I think he touches on is the fact of the weather. Supposedly, the weather is can be very much affected, or you can be affected by it. So, like thunderstorms, if you get struck by lightning, it is extremely detrimental to your health. So, yeah, which I'm kind of cool with that. I like that kind of gameplay. I think it's really cool. It really gives a good element to not screwing around and being careful. For example, in this game, there is like acid pools and shock fences. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I do know one interview that I listened to. They talked about how like there are rooms that can be booby trapped with like they're filled with toxic gas or trip mines or stuff like that. So I'm excited. That's something else that I'm really excited for.
Of environmental hazards beyond just like fog, like vision limiting.
I think this is where he talks about
it. Poison, fire, things like that.
Absolutely, yeah. In Alpha, you'll see a preview of that. We're obviously working on more, but we have tox rooms, which is these rooms filled with like heavy poison that have like cool loot in them that you'll have to vent. That gives you a short window to go in, and then lightning. Tau Ceti's lightning is pretty dangerous. So not only when you're in the rain is maybe your vision's impaired, but there's also lightning that can strike you and EMP your system, shutting down your movement or all of your abilities, frankly, for a short duration.
That's
and that
terrifying.
can add a lot of chaos when you're in a fight and you see the beginnings, the cracklings of the lightning on the floor, and you need to get out of there.
And then it's too late. Well, or you can bait the other team into it if they don't notice.
Correct.
There's that too.
Yes.
Actually, speaking of that kind of like gameplay for that, is there any type of ranking system? And if so, like how is matchmaking decided?
Yeah, totally. There is a rated system. We're not talking about how it works today, especially on the matchmaking, but you can expect us to change up the matchmaking between rated and unrated. For unrated, we have I don't remember the name of it, but you're effectively a measurement of your time in the game that we match you on. And so what that means is players who are starting out are not going to run into let's say you, who might have hundreds of hours in the video game, right? They're not going to get stomped by pros. They're going to have the opportunity to get there themselves.
So first off, yes, No Pocket, I agree. If I get fucking struck by lightning, there may be a fist going through my fucking window. Just saying. But the fact that this game is not going to have skill-based matchmaking, I think is fantastic. They are going to be rolling out with base game a rank system. So keep that in mind. Also, if you didn't hear what he said, they are going when it comes to matchmaking, it's not going to be based off of your KDR. It's not going to be based off of your ping. It's going to be no, I agree. It should never have a SPMM. I do agree. But the matchmaking is going to be based off of time in game. Okay? So if I say I have 1,000 hours in this game, okay, and I'm at like top tier. I'm doing pro style gameplay. I'm not gonna be matching up with the dude that's been in the game for an hour and a half to 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I searched the guy in this interview, and he is not very excited about matchmaking. There's another interview with a guy that worked on every number on this game, and he said that there's literally no limits you can match with Shroud or the average Joe. Who did the interview? Do you know? Not necessarily the dev, but who was the The content creator that did the interview with him. If you don't mind me asking. Okay. I might have to go check out that interview then too. Interesting. Okay. I'll check that one out too.
That's cool.
But it's I would say it prioritizes finding crews first.
That makes sense. No, I like that.
Okay, so you hear that? I'm gonna back it up. What is it like? We'll go back to here. What is really interesting is that they're gatekeeping the rank system. No, well, so I'll be honest with you. I'm not shocked that they're gatekeeping the rank system. In my opinion, I think that's actually that is actually something I can kind of agree with. Because think about it. This is going to be the how many extraction shooters do you know that have a rank system in it? You know what I'm saying? That have a rank system / a ranked playlist. Okay? There's not many. Especially on a AAA scale. There's not many. So the fact that they are keeping it under wraps, I can kind of understand. Would I say that I wish that they would give a little bit more insight about how they're going to do the rank system? Sure, because I would love to know. But I will say I'm not surprised, and we'll just have to wait and see what they do end up talking about. I hate saying that, but time will tell. Okay, but on the same token, is it possible that he actually was paired up with tens? I think I know which one you're talking about. I think he was actually paired up with tens, not necessarily that he match made with tens. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think they're at the closed alpha, or not the closed alpha. They're at the in-person playtest. So he could have, and they matched. They paired people up there. So he could have just been paired up with tens. Yeah. So I mean that doesn't say anything about matchmaking though. But yeah, I mean it, and I rolled the video back a little bit just so that we can see or we can hear it again, because what he did say at first, he said that it's going to be based off of time in game, but then towards the end of that or the answer to that question, he did say we will prioritize finding crews first. So let me play that real quick.
But we have tox rooms, which is these rooms filled with like heavy poison that have like cool loot in them that you'll have to
went a little bit further than I thought.
That gives you a short window to go in, and then lightning. Tau Ceti's lightning is pretty dangerous. So not only when you're in the rain is maybe your vision's impaired, but there's also lightning that can strike you and EMP your system, shutting down your movement or all of your abilities, frankly, for a short duration.
That's
and that
terrifying.
can add a lot of chaos when you're in a fight and you see the beginnings, the cracklings of the lightning on the floor, and you know you need to get out of there.
And then it's too late. Well, or you can bait the other team into it if they don't notice. There's
Correct,
that too.
yes.
Oh, actually, speaking of that kind of like gameplay for that, is there any type of ranking system?
All right,
and if
here
so,
it
like, how
comes.
is matchmaking decided?
Yeah, totally. There is a rated system. We're not talking about how it works today, especially
Sure.
on the matchmaking, but you can expect us to change up the matchmaking between rated and unrated. For unrated, we have I don't remember the name of it, but you're effectively a measurement of your time in the game. that we match you on. And so what that means is players who are starting out are not going to run into, let's say you, who might have hundreds of hours in the video game, right? They're not going to get stomped by pros. They're going to have the opportunity to get there themselves.
That's cool.
But it's I would say it prioritizes finding crews first.
That makes sense.
Okay, you heard that. It prioritizes finding crews first. So we'll have to kind of play with the matchmaking, see what it feels like, and go from there. Maybe it's like Tarkov. You have your starter lobbies, then it comes the lobbies with every type of people. I hope there's more dev interviews. I do agree. I hope there is more dev interviews in Tarkov until you reach level 15. You can play in starter lobbies. Makes sense. It's kind of like how like Marvel Rivals, where you had to reach rank 10 before you can do any or level 10 before you can do any ranked matches. So kind of the same concept, not necessarily the entire concept, but kind of the same. For anybody that is joining, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for stopping by, man. I truly appreciate it. If you want to hit the follow button, please do, because I plan on making as much. I plan on streaming as much of the marathon alpha and future gameplay of it, and on top of that, I will be doing the whatchamacallit, or not the reveal, but when the game comes out, I plan on playing I plan on playing the hell out of it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Make sure you hit that follow button though, so you can see every time I do go live and the clips that I post. On top of that, if you are not already there, make sure you go over to YouTube, check out that the channel, hit the subscribe button over there, hit the like button as well, because then I post a bunch of clips over there. It's 4:30 a.m. in Brazil here, and I'm not even tired, dude. It is 3:30 here in the U.S. where I'm at, and I gotta be up at 4:30. So screw it, I'm not going to bed. But yeah, so make sure you check out all the social or everything that's in the link. I do sell merch also, just so you know. I'm not trying to make a senseless plug here, but I do sell it. So if you want to check that out, please, by all means, go ahead. And yeah, we're here for the long haul as far as marathon. I've been waiting for this game for a long time, and I'm so glad that we're finally getting it.
No, I like that. Are there any kind of vehicles in the game? I saw some in the cinematic, but I didn't see any in gameplay, even though they're kind of in the backgrounds. Are any of those drivable or usable in any way?
We have no plans for vehicles for worldwide launch.
Cool. All right. I like that. Let's see. Spam chat, by the way. If you guys have questions, start spamming them up. Oh, here's an interesting one. We saw a thing that was like, it looked like it was solo play. Can I kill my own teammates? Is there any type of toxicity with that? Okay, good. Not even with like environmental hazards or like, I can't go yeeting a dude in the fire or something like that.
No, you shouldn't be able to. No.
So I'm dropping a med kit right where I know lightning is going to strike. It's totally.
That's allowed. Yeah, you could totally do that.
That's allowed.
Oh, it's grim. Yeah, how does extraction work in this? That's actually a really good one. Is it like a timed thing? Do I have to get there and hold a point? Are there multiple extraction locations?
Yeah, so the way it works is when you infill, you're assigned an exfil, and other teams can also be assigned this exfil. But until it's first activated, it's in a hologram state that's only visible to you and your team. Once it's activated, though, it sends out a huge beacon. It's got a huge global sound. Everyone will know it's happening, and you have to wait 40 seconds before it's like warmed up. Once that's happened, you'll see this little like a ring appear, and if your whole crew gets in the ring, the timer that starts at 30 seconds, it'll shortcut to 10. After the 10, it'll warp anyone out that's in that ring, and it could be enemies or allies. And then there's other exfils that everyone shares that spawn on the map called guarded exfils. And these are UESC specific exfils. When you activate them, a UESC squad will spawn on you and you're required to clear them to safely exfil. And sometimes the decision between getting out and not is being forced into taking one of these exfils. Say you only have a limited amount of time left, or you know that there's a lot of action happening at the POI where your exfil is and you want to get out. Maybe you have a bunch of chem grenades You can set up some traps for that UESC squad. You kind of play your luck. Maybe you just stealth for the duration of that countdown and get in at the last second. But there's definitely been situations where I've been forced to take a guarded squad and barely got out of there because you can exfil while you're DBNO. Or there's been other situations where we found our coworkers in the game and we'll say hi to them and we'll share an exfil together. It's not just adversarial as well. You can have some sort of cooperation.
Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Okay, so real quick, let's see. You shouldn't be able to. Keywords to live by. Shouldn't. I'll test that first match. It's time to troll. Hey, listen, I'm down for it. Let's do it. I will bait the hell out of some of that stuff. I'll become a day one Blackbird main. Bloodhound from Apex abilities is just the best for squad wipes and overall information. I do agree with that, but on the same token, they all look like they could be very useful at times. Just saying, because I mean, I don't know. That is definitely something that I'm gonna have to play around with. Because I did the same thing in Destiny. I have all characters. I have a Titan. I have a Warlock. I have a Hunter. I play the Hunter the most because that's what I enjoy playing. But I do have all of them. I have played all of them. I've played all the subclasses. So I will say, like, I do tend to try and mess around with all of them, see which one I like the most. I'll be honest with you. I really like the way Glitch looks, but I also like how Void looks as well. Now, remember, though, we're only getting 4 for the alpha. On release, there is actually 6. There is 6 on release. The thing is focused to get the Blackbird gold attachment, so every time you down someone, the others get marked down until their eventual death. I have seen that, and that looks so freaking good. So good. We only got about 2 minutes left in this, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it play out.
Say, it might just be better to be like, look, if we fight right now, neither of us is getting out. And the player has to decide for that. Is there like proximity voice to talk about that? Is there some way to communicate with other players?
Real quick, this is going to be something that I am going to bring up. Because the thing with closed alpha, sorry, I know I said I was going to let it play out, but real quick. With closed alpha, you are able to give feedback to devs, and one of the things that I'm going to say is we need to have prox chat. At least give us the option for prox chat, because the fact of us not having it takes the option away from the player. Give the player the option. If you want to have prox chat, turn it on. If you don't want to have prox chat, turn it off. It's plain and simple. But yeah, let me go ahead and let the video finish out.
How does that work?
There's no prox chat for launch.
Okay. So is there like text chat in some way, like, or are we just like crouching at each other, being like friend?
There's chat with your crew.
Oh, okay. It's crouching. It's crouching to buddies, crouching to enemies to be like, please, I'm crouch spamming. Don't kill me.
You can do what me and my squad do, where you can down people, and then after you've asserted yourself, you can drop self revives for them, and they'll be able to pick it up while they're downed and use it.
I can't wait for the first time that I do that, and the guy gets up and just blabs me, dude. It's gonna.
I've done that to someone. I'm not above admitting that.
It's toxic.
So
after an extraction is taken, can that same extraction point be used by another team again?
Yep, except for the guardeds. Guardeds are one time. So what I tend to do when I'm playing, like, kind of trickly, I guess that's a word, is I'll light off the guarded exfil and leave, because I know it wastes it and that squad stays around.
Oh, you're a
so
monster.
I've effectively made the world more dangerous for them.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome, is what that is. Like, damn. Yeah, super giga toxic, right? Gets healed and then kills the guy, spawns in a bunch of dudes and leaves. Amazing. I'm in. That seems hilarious to me. Chat wants to know if there's a hub world. Like, when I'm outside of a mission, am I just kind of in a menu looking at my character? Is there a place I can walk around and see other people with their cool skins and stuff on, or is that not in?
That's, I think, TBD. We're not really talking about that today.
Totally fair. Yeah, a lot of people are asking about the hub world. A lot of people are. But
I'm
no
getting the
answer.
signal for one more question.
One more question, Chet. What do you got? We've spanned through my entire list. You have one more.
Oh wait, hold on. I think this is the best part.
We've already asked about guilds. Oh, okay, no, there's the age-old one. Do you wear wigs?
All right, so that was the end of the interview. But I will say, hats off to Pirate Software. I think he did a fantastic job with that interview. A lot of really good questions. Really good questions. On top of that, yes, I agree. I didn't know that either. I didn't pick that up the first time I listened to that interview. The fact that you can actually give a selfie to a downed person and they can pick it up while they're down. That is really cool. And also very toxic. Down the guy and then freaking give him a self revive just to down him again. Let's see. Okay. It's perfectly made to do that. Dude, that'd be freaking dope. Just imagine the amount of just toxicness to have that. That is perfect. A perfect moment for Prox Chat. Not even lying. You are not wrong. The next interview that I probably go over is probably gonna be the Lupo interview, because honestly the Lupo interview is just awesome. I love the interview that he has. I think it was actually a very well done interview. And if you don't know who Lupo is, Dr. Lupo is another content creator. He has been around the content creation world, I guess you can say. He's been a streamer and YouTuber for going on 12 years. Yeah, Dr. Lupo is, not only is he a very, very good and skilled looter shooter player, but he is also a very, very adept player at extractions. He plays Tarkov almost daily right now. But what a lot of people didn't realize, Lupo has been involved with the creation of Marathon for the past 7 years. Okay, he is very well invested in Marathon. If you watch the reveal, you saw the gameplay when they show the actual people actually playing. Here, let me take this off the screen real quick. When they showed the gameplay, he was one of the main people that they showed, because he is that dialed into the game. While we're talking here. Shut up, Ad. I don't care about your frickin' car. It's not in my driveway, so I don't care. Just saying. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do is tomorrow's stream, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a playthrough of his interview as well, because I think his interview was, like I said, very well done. Let me do this. Honda's doing SUVs. It's truly wicked time. Actually, you know what? You know what? Here we go. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. You going to bed? No pocket. Man, I appreciate you coming by. Again, as always, you are more than welcome to come in. You are always welcome here, buddy. I truly appreciate you. And I will see you next time, okay? No pocket? Have a good night. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over his video as far as the golden toilet paper challenge next. Oh, what the fuck? Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this one? It is this one. Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Now, real quick, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we pay homage to Lupo. Actually. I'm gonna do this. I always like to make sure I give credit to where credit's due, man. You know, I don't feel that it's in the best interest for me to sit there and not put that up there. I think, you know, especially for Dr. Lupo, dude, he's such a massive person in this community and in the gaming communities in general. On top of that, man, dude, the man has raised like $20 million or something like that for St. Jude's. I mean, truly a legend in his own right. In his own right. I was searching for a nerd in marathonics like me. Thankfully, you were live. It's crazy how almost no one on Twitch does really talk about the game. So, I mean, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly was not even gonna go live tonight just because I was just like, I don't know if I should. But then I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do it because, why not? And I'm glad I did. Because, you know, I love meeting new people. I love talking about games. I am kind of a nerd at sometimes. So, I mean, like, really, I'm a nerd. It is what it is. You know? Yeah, oh, you can't even see it. Got a little dock there. Little dock. Got my Vault Tech. I mean, I got a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Shit, dude. I got 2 versions of Lord of the Rings books here. Okay, hardcover and softcover. Rod Mutton, what's going on? The only person I've seen talk about it. Hey, listen. Not that I've gone looking. Oh, definitely. So, the hype that's behind Marathon. The problem that you run into is the hype is being overlooked for all the hate that people have for Bungie as on its own. Okay? Because of everything that happened with Bungie as far as the layoffs at the end of 2023, the layoffs that happened after Final Shape came out. You know, because of that stuff and because of the negative feedback that Bungie has gotten when it came to episode Echoes and episode Revenant and you know, how many times that they've had to push back games, you know, or you know, DLCs and stuff like it's people have gotten to the point to where they don't even want to talk about Bungie. They don't want to talk about something that Bungie's putting out there in that could be very good. And then on top of that, you have a lot of these larger content creators that are making assumptions about a game that they have never played, that they have never heard about until now. They don't follow the lore. They don't follow it at all. And they're making negative, like their opinions are just very negative about it. And it does hurt their reputation of the game. So, and the reputation of a very good company. It's just, I'll be honest with you, especially when it comes to like Pete Parsons. Pete Parsons, I'm sorry, but dude, the fact that you felt the need to show off your car collection to people, I think is to your employees, the people that work for you, is kind of ridiculous. Like not even gonna lie. Rilo is goated. He non-stops talking about it. Love his videos. I love that Bungie actually sent lovely people to test the game with their hearts to get the feedback. People who who is irrelevant in the bigger scenery and yet have so much to talk about it with their love and passion. The really cool thing that I've found out is the fact that Bungie didn't only invite bigger name content creators. They actually brought in quite a few people that are either on the smaller end of the scene, as far as like they don't have a very large community, and they even brought in some people that are not content creators at all in for the playtest. And the fact that they were able to pick up the game at the best, at that point was great. I love that, because not only are you getting the feedback from major content creators, but you're also getting feedback from people that are smaller or are not content creators at all. Just saying. And the Brazilian community marathon was so hated that I can't find a single normal video with valid opinions and commentary that complements just hate after hate. Sadly, now I'm having to seek out on other communities. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, and this is what I'm gonna tell you. As of right now, I can only go based off of what I see, off of the videos that I've watched, the reveal, that kind of stuff. And so I'm gonna tell you how I see it, and what I see is very much a positive outlook on it. Now, when the alpha drops, I'm gonna be honest. If there's something that I don't like about the game, I'm gonna say it. If there's something that I do like about the game, I'm gonna say it. If I absolutely hate something, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not like, that is not what Bungie needs. What Bungie needs are people that are gonna be upfront, honest, and straightforward. They're not gonna beat around the bush. Okay? And I do the same thing with Destiny, and I tell this to people all the time. Like, when Bungie does something really good with Destiny, I say it. I give praise. When Bungie does something with Destiny that is just not good, is mediocre, I'll say it. If Bungie does something with Destiny that is absolutely just god awful, trust me, I'm gonna say it. Because again, Bungie doesn't need people blowing smoke, making them feel better about something that wasn't that good. That what they need is people that are gonna speak their opinion and say, "Hey, this is just not good at all." Most critics that I've absorbed from Portuguese-based channels is they think that the game is dead on arrival or woke or something. That is truly the problem. Because you ran and it cooked you. Hey man, hey, great workout. There you go. No, I see what you're saying, Log. I think the problem that you run into is you're finding channels that are just not, that don't have the best interest in other people in the company. So, I mean, listen, everybody's got an opinion. I understand that, and again, it is people's opinion, and they're allowed to have them. But if you have not played the game, if you had no idea the game was even being made until this reveal, and you're just jumping on that woke or hype train that people are having and is negative, I think that's kind of disgusting. I think overall, until you play a game, you should, yes, talk about what you think could be the problem, but also you need to talk about what they're doing right. Yeah. So, it is what it is. But yeah, so this video is from Dr. Lupo. He is going to be talking about what he thinks about the game so far. He's going to talk about the gameplay and go from there. So, just so you know.
It's time. The embargo is lifted. The doors are open. It is true. I went to Bungie and I played some more Marathon. This is first off. This is not an ad. I just want to make sure it's super clear. I get to show you some of the highlighted moments of the footage that they let us capture, specifically on day 2 of this trip. And I've been involved with this game.
It's about to be 4 o'clock here, bud.
5 or 6 trips now, over the last 5 or 6 years. I think actually the first time that I had heard anything about it was 7 years ago. So take all that into account. Obviously, as a content creator, I can give my input and my responses and give opinions, but I'm not a developer. I don't know the ins and outs, the complexity of what they're doing, so just do me a favor, keep that in mind, okay? Probably wondering, what is Marathon? It is Bungie's take on an extraction shooter in a futuristic setting, borrowed, reimagined, rebooted from a...
You're in the alpha playtest, Rod? Nice. Good stuff. Hold on, I'm going to pause it real quick. Yeah, no, so am I, and I'm excited. I cannot wait. 100% pre-order and see the problem with my own eyes. That's a good thing. Where was I left off? You don't have to, dog, but if you want to join the Discord, you can. Oh, he's already in the Discord, bud. He's already in there. Trust me. Yeah, he came in about 3 o'clock. I think it was around the time that you said you were going to try and hold your head to bed. But yeah, no, so what it says on screen here is it talks about the contracts, the loot, and in exfil. Align with a faction, activate the contracts, complete objectives to grow your reputation, and earn loot after your run. Zones are filled with weapons, gear, valuable relics. They are well guarded, but even your competitors may hold precious materials. If you fail to exfil, your shell and everything you're carrying will be irretrievably lost. So yes, the extraction shooter feel is gonna be there. The fact that you have the ability to lose everything that you bring into the match, you have the ability to lose. Keep that in mind when you do play.
Specifically for Mac at the time, that was I believe when it was originally created was the first FPS on PC to use a mouse to be able to aim. You used to have to use I believe the arrow keys back in my day because I'm old. But it is a futuristic version of the.
It's gonna itch your gambling issue.
Has kind of exploded. So I think Bungie took an opportunity to say,
I'm gonna turn this up just a hair.
Let's go ahead and try it. You play in a trio. There's PvE and PvP elements across the entire game. You're doing tasks, or in this case, contracts for different factions.
Hold on, I'm gonna scroll that back just a hair. No, a little bit, a little. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing.
In this case, contracts for different factions.
You got. Okay. Cyber Acme. So these are the different factions: Cyber Acme, Nucleoric, Traxxas, Mida, Arachne, and Sekiguchi. So I don't know why. I wonder why these three have a line through them. Almost like you might have to actually unlock these. I'm not sure. But so each one of these factions, by what I've been able to gather across all the different content that I have watched as far as this game goes, each one of these factions is going to require something different to be done in match. So like Nucleoric, you may have to pick up by what it says here, exfil, shield charges, and patch kits. So you have to get these out of the game or out of the match when you exfil. The Cyber Acme may be, you need to kill X amount of whatever. Traxxas may be, you need to loot from a certain section, a certain sector, or POI. I'm not sure yet. So keep that in mind. Also, something that I did hear is that you're only able to use or have one contract at a time. Now, I don't know if that's one contract per per faction or if that's one contract in total. I'm not sure. All right, let's go. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit more chill, like the Cycle Frontier. Miss that game like a motherfucker. I feel like I need to take notes. You might need to take notes, bud. Might need to take notes. MIDA, in fact, is a terrorist organization, so it will have to be unlocked through quests. Ooh, good point. Good point. Okay. All right. Oh, that's that. I did not think about that. Also, for anybody that doesn't know it, MIDA, the MIDA multi-tool that we have in Destiny actually is in it comes from this universe. So if you didn't know that, now you do.
Actions. There are UESC
Yeah,
AI
MIDA.
mobs, robots all over the place that are trying to keep you from digging into the leftovers of the colony from the Marathon ship. And there's going to be a ton of lore that they, I'm sure, when release happens, that will be all over the game, because that's kind of what Bungie does. It is a hero shooter as well. In the alpha that we played, there are 4 different runners to play as, and each runner has different abilities, and they are very reminiscent of other games you may or may not have played. I got strong Delta Force combined with Apex vibes from the way
the kids didn't wake up. That was my wife.
Plays. The other side of that, though, is
I think Scale talked about his perspective on contracts. There is an ongoing contracts where you can find and start inside of a raid. If you kill someone with an ongoing contract, you can pick it up and add on your. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I don't remember that from Scare's video, but then again, I am human. I could have missed it. So that is pretty cool.
This game comes with a bunch of different modifiers for the way that your runner will handle. You have a shield, you've got cores, you have implants that change the way that your character moves and how long they can do certain things like sprint and stuff like that. And you have a backpack that you can expand. But you also have a mod system for all of the weapons that you find that does change the rarity of the weapon as you put better and better mods in. There are mods that change the way the weapons fire. At a certain point, the first day, we found a railgun mod that shot the railgun in a 2 bursts instead of single shot, which was pretty nasty. I believe partway through, I have a mod on a double barrel shotgun that I'm running that every time you do damage with it, I get a little bit of a speed boost for a little bit of time, which does make gap closing pretty easy. So there's a lot of different things that go into this. It is going to seem overwhelming at first. Do yourself a favor, slow it down. A lot of it you can probably figure out pretty easily as you watch. I'll do my best to kind of explain and talk over certain things as we go through. And my hope here is that you just enjoy the video. I've got high hopes for the potential of this game. I think that if Bungie sticks to what they do best while still embracing the hardcore nature of what extraction shooters or the player base for extraction shooters typically look for, I think they have a hit on their hands. And they definitely have a different aesthetic than I think any other extraction shooter out right now. I mean, when you see it yourself, they have an identity that I think stands out in a big way. And I had a ton of fun. Granted, it was just a day and a half roughly this time around. Only got really maybe 10 hours of playtime. I could see the vision that they have. And I desperately hope that it does well, just like any other game that I'm given the opportunity to go out and go check out. So thank you, Bungie, for that opportunity. But anyway, the story or lore follows the end of Marathon Infinity, in which you are a runner sent down to try and scrap anything that is left from the colony on Tau Ceti 4 with the Marathon ship in orbit smashed through the moon.
Dude, I'll be honest. I want this shotgun. This shotgun literally looks and sounds chunky. Like it's going to literally blow you off your feet. Also, keys and key cards does give you a quest to find the room associated with it, which that would be cool. That would be awesome. I'm going to lick it and put it in my mouth. Every key and key card I find, I want to taste that design. Let's see. Oh, dude, Division. I think so. Division and Division 2. I think the Dark Zone they did wonderfully. Yes, it was a little trolly at times, but for the most part, they did really well. But the fact of the matter is that it is not considered an extraction shooter just because the extraction portion is only in a small confined area. You know what I'm saying? I said this before and I'll say it again. The fact that this will be the first time that a AAA studio, well, not even just a AAA studio, a studio in general, is releasing a full blown extraction shooter on console is massive. On top of that, it is a AAA studio releasing a full blown extraction on console. So no matter how you want to look at it, they're doing, yeah, it is full on extraction modes, but it is a small portion of the map. It's not a full game of extraction. So, oh yeah, dude, I haven't played Division in a hot minute, so I might have to jump back in at some point. Okay.
But you are down there scrapping together anything you can, and the UESC is trying to stop you. That's the AI robots you see us fighting all over the place. They're basically like security that's trying to keep us out. The runner idea of being offloaded from your
Division's a lot of fun, no
consciousness
pocket. I
into
think you would enjoy
the cloud,
it,
so to say, and then reprinted if you die, is actually pretty sick. And some of the stuff they showed us, some of the stuff you probably just saw in the reveal a little while ago, they do a decent job of giving life and some emotion to what you were. I went into.
What's going on, Rip? How you doing, man?
Like soulless husks of androids, and they're really not. They did a good.
Dude, I'm in the same boat. I have a playthrough that I'm doing of Last of Us on Grounded. I have posted the videos that I've done so far, but that is the only other game that I'm doing that off stream, but that's the only other game that I've really been able to play since the reveal, because I'm just like, I'm so dialed in to Marathon. Like, I'm not even joking. All I can think about is Marathon for the past, even the past couple days. I actually had somebody at work tell me, he's like, dude, you need to shut up. I'm tired of hearing about Marathon. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. So, but yeah, no, I'm like everybody that's popped in the chat that has come in and said hi. We are all in the same boat. We are excited for this to drop. We are, and then on top of that, I'm dude hella excited. The fact that they made the closed alpha accessible to streamers. We're able to stream it, because originally it was going to be a closed alpha with an NDA stating that we are not allowed to make content or talk about it. We were only able to use specific Discords or specific places to actually talk about it outside of in-game. So I'm excited for it. Yeah, it is only North America, so that is rough. Now they did say if you applied for a code and you got one and you are outside of North America, well, North and South America, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is open to both North and South. But if you are outside of the region, that you are still going to be able to play, but your ping and your load times are definitely going to reflect it. So keep, just saying. It does kind of suck though that it is only North America based for the closed alpha, but it's also understandable because they don't have current supposedly the infrastructure to be able to handle outside the US as well. My friends at work are like, "What do you want, dude? What are you talking about?" And then there is just me info dumping like crazy. Yes. I'm in the same boat. same boat, brother. Same boat, same problem.
Good job with giving you the feeling like you are actually someone. You're just being downloaded into a body temporarily. So I understood what they were trying to get at. The weapon system in the game is actually quite interesting. So it seems like everything starts at gray, and as you put mods into into the mod slots on each weapon, some of them I think have 3 slots, some have 4. You're not only adjusting the way that the gun handles, looks, and feels, or like the ability to zoom, but you're also increasing the rarity and adjusting the stats. And I do want to point out, if at any point during the video you do see me pull up the stats for a gun, like the range is literally just, that's the range. It's not like Destiny where you have to look at the weapon type and then the frame and then know what that stat range, what does 100 range mean for a shotgun versus 100 range for a sniper. They're 2 different things. In this, it felt like they were giving you just a direct, this is the number. I think the only caveat to that, so the guns do that, but if you look at the bottom left below the picture, there are stats down there that are.
No, I still make sure I
like
get my work done.
speed and
I really hope
know,
there's
your
lots of
regen
customization for
your
your runners in
heat,
terms
your
of
stamina,
aesthetics to grind
that kind
out
of thing.
and unlock.
Those
Some things
numbers are a
really
little
reach
less
for.
specific.
Reach or even the finals would go hard as
I equate them very similarly.
So they have. So Rip, I know you weren't here for it, but we were watching the interview. Not necessarily watching, more listening to the interview that Pirate Software had with one of the devs, and something that was or that he asked. One of the questions was, "What are cosmetics going to be like as far as transmog? Are they going to be earnable in game, or do we have to pay for them exclusively?" And the dev did state that we are going to be able to get transmog / cosmetics in or while playing the game. So the fact that we are able to get that, and because there are going to be seasonal wipes, which if you don't know what a seasonal wipe is for an extraction shooter, basically what happens is everything that you have in your vault, your inventory will go away, except for permanent upgrades and permanent skins and stuff like that. That stuff will stay. So, Craig, look at the time of your IRL life objectives, dude. I'm looking around because it's 4:00 here, and my wife just jumped in the shower because she's getting ready. I'm gonna be getting ready for church today, and we got to be there. I think like 5:30 or something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I do sleep occasionally. So, but yeah, let's keep going.
To the Destiny stats is you kind of have to just know. I don't know if there's breakpoints like there is in Destiny, like every 10. It didn't feel like it. This felt just like it was, raw numbers. But you do kind of have to pay attention to what's going on down there. But the weapon system I thought was kind of sick, with one exception. During the alpha that we played, you could not remove mods. You could overwrite them, but if you got a purple or a gold and you slapped it in a gun, if you wanted to keep that, you had to keep the gun. So at no point during that, and I did make a suggestion to say, hey, the toss-up that they're looking for is they don't want the economy to just snowball into bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. Targov has durability, and if you lose a thing and it wasn't insured, it's just gone, right? In this, if somebody, if somebody picks your gun up and gets out with it, it just stays forever. So there's 2 kind of things going on. One is if a weapon switches hands enough times, it gets marked as scrap, and when you go to loot it from somebody that you may have killed, you just get the value in credits instead. It breaks it. The other thing that I had suggested was, let us pull one mod off of a gun. Let's say I find a shotgun and a purple mod, and I want to stick the chip that I have on my double barrel in this video. Make it so I can rip the chip out, but it destroys the gun and everything else on it. Something to give the player an opportunity for choice when it comes to looting stuff from other players. If I see someone with with like a blue scope and I want that, but they also have a purple that I already have, maybe at that point I'm trying to choose, do I take a copy of the purple mod that I already have, but it's going to break everything else, including the scope I want? Do I take the scope and chuck the purple mod, knowing that I just want the scope? That kind of thing, I think, gives the player an opportunity for complex choice instead of just gun have purple or gold, keep. That felt not as good. They very much do. They lean into the 2 weapon system. Primary, secondary, I was running a DMR and a double barrel shotgun on Locust, which seemed.
Okay. Also, there isn't anything like a store or community driven market, so everything is looting time. The only thing I'm seeing so far that's a bit iffy is visibility and differentiating enemies and surroundings. So they do have a fog of war on here, where there are going to be real time elements that are going to be playing. So if it's foggy, it's foggy. If it's raining, it's rainy. You're going to have visibility differentiating factors. On top of that, there are going to be unlike Tarkov and some, a lot of BRs where things blend in at ranges. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I lost where I was talking about. And that is possible too. I mean, I get that, Rod. I saw this loop of it just before just for the Locust gameplay. I plan on maining him. Very much my playstyle. Who do you have in mind for your main? Who do I have in mind for my main? Dude, I'm really kind of leaning toward Glitch and Void, just because they do kind of replicate my playstyle when it comes to Destiny. The bitrate of YouTube is so goddamn low, and the videos they sent for the creators isn't as great. That's why the game looks fuzzy. That is true. I mean, you got to think about it. I'm watching somebody play at 1080p while and his video is at 1080p, plus my video is at 1080p. So you get the degradation of pixels. It gets pretty crazy. Getting struck by lightning part is going to be rage inducing. Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, so unfortunately, because of plans that I have today, I am going to have to cut this short. I didn't expect to be on as long as I have. I'll be honest with you. I've actually been on for almost a little over 4 hours. But I do plan on being on here tonight. Be prepared for there not to be too much of gameplay. Rip, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it, buddy. I don't want to say it like this. I don't know how much gameplay is going to be going on in the next few days up until Marathon Alpha. Okay, so be prepared for us to be doing more of just the talking points. That being said, I do plan on being on tonight. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Wherever you are, I hope you guys will have a great Easter, whether you celebrate it or not. If you are religious or not, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Don't eat too much chocolate. You know what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate it. Y'all really, you guys made a really good stream. Really good stream, especially for one that I did not plan on having. And I will see you guys next time. I hope you all get codes as well. Today at what time? I will be on roughly, I'd say 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so EST. That is my plan. So, but I will see you guys